sky was so blue when we rolled down the street. So hey, I just wanna touch your vibe, I just wanna touch your vibe. Hey, I just want a good time, good time. We're driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal, move through songs we played together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. We're driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal, move through songs we played together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. Everything's clear, but the lines are the freeway. Let's do it again, like back in the day. Nothing can stop us from living the feeling. Hey, I just wanna touch your vibe, I just wanna touch your vibe. Hey, I just want a good time, good time. Driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal, move through songs we played together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good feeling. Downtown, foot pushed on the pedal, move to songs we played together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day, good day.
Until something better came along. Until something better came along.
Welcome to what we were talking about, which is the lovely Aaron. Well, the bat in the sun thing that's been going on. Sorry, just closing everything out. Okay, so I've heard this call. I want to give my thoughts on this because I generally have a few words to say. So this is all thanks to Henry Resilient. So thank you very much, Henry. Just give me 1 second.
Downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move to songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. We're driving downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move to songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. Downtown, foot pushed on the pedal. Move to songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day.
Right. Yeah, that's right. So you can see me watching this one. God damn it, where is it? Okay, so this is from Henry Resilient. So shout out to Henry for this. This is something huge, and it just proves what I think JDF kind of like thought all the way through his career, and I find it very kind of disheartening. I find it very annoying that this has happened. So we will say allegedly in a lot of this because I know what Aaron's going to be like. I just also need to know if my sound is okay. Okay. Yeah. So literally, I know what Aaron's probably going to say on a lot of this. Like, oh, it's not happened. It's not happened. It was like, JDF knew all of this or random things. And, it's like you don't know the full context of everything. And it will get to the point where he will try to come out, if he wants to say it, or be like, it's negativity. Like, we don't like negativity. And, this never happened. And like, hello, Marissa. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, he'll be like negativity, and then he'll just get his people to come down and be like, oh man, JDF never said this. Well, we're gonna hear what JDF said in a call about this, and it just generally just irks me a lot. So definitely go check out Henry. God, I need to move drinks around so I can actually see. I need like another monitor that's like above here so I can just be like, I can see everything going on. So this is a call, and I will link the video in the chat. Why does it still say BRB? No, because we're not BRB. Why not BRB? Okay, yeah, it's just my stream's lagged. God damn, my stream has lagged. Okay, so I'm just going to grab this so you can all go check for yourself as well. That's the video. So if you all want to go and check it out, you can do. So Marissa, you donated to the Kickstarter. Okay, that's very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I didn't. You're the first person that I know that has said that they have donated to the Kickstarter. So you're gonna have to let me know how that is and if you're getting regular updates from Aaron and stuff like that. Okay, so let's go with what's going on. I'm gonna turn on my audio so you can hear this. So again, link is in the description. Link is in chat if you want to go and speak to her. To go check out Henry's one. You can tell I'm not prepared, and I thought I would be, but here we go. Here we go. Is the volume up? Volume's up. My volume in my headset. So you have to tell me if you can hear it all.
The money
Nothing.
stuff? Yeah, I didn't lie. But you know the money situation I text you?
Mm-hmm.
That was the deal. We got $4 million. He takes $2 million.
Okay, so I know that this is much later on in this one, but what literally just hearing that one like straight away is that Aaron wanted money. So like I understand if you want to take a portion from your from what you raise and what yourself, but if you raise $4 million and all of a sudden you're like, oh, actually I want two, give me two. What do you bring to that table for $2 million dollars? Like all I've ever seen from Aaron is his beatdowns, and that's it. And that's all I've ever seen from Aaron. Now, you know, I think that if this was a thing that JDF did decide to like pay him $2 million, I would want this film finished within a month, hell, probably 2 weeks at max. I wouldn't be like, oh man, like, you know, what am I gonna do? But what has Aaron like done to warrant $2 million? What? I want to know. I want to know. You heard it from JDF himself.
To direct. And I'm like, what the is that? Like, if we got $4 million to do something, you want $2 million to direct? Well, that's the deal.
Dude,
No,
on the screen. On the screen.
no, it's not. Well, dude, $2 million to direct a $4 million movie?
Okay. Oh, hello, Castle Rock. Thank you very much, Castle Rocker. Oh God, I'm getting your name wrong. You just donated. Thank you very much, Castle. Thank you very much. It does go and help the channel grow, so thank you very much. Okay, and it's also donating to the Heirloom Ranger Nation. I like that name. I like the Heirloom Ranger Nation. So again, thank you very, very much. Thank you. Okay, so this one, okay, so, hey Aaron, I received information that if Legend of the White Dragon raised $4 million, you wanted $2 million to direct it. Is this true, or is someone feeding me false information, lying on you? The person made it seem as if whatever Legend of the White Dragon made you wanted half the budget to direct. Please check your DMs. Hey, that's false. Not sure who gave you that info, but it's false. Thanks for letting me know. Hope all is well. And then obviously this person hearted it. Okay. Of course, you're not going to turn around and be like, hey man, yeah, thank you very much for that one. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I wanted 2 million. Like that they're completely right on this one. Like, yeah, I wanted 2 mil. Like, no one's going to turn around and say that, you know. Oh, it just winds me up constantly that Aaron is always lying, and the fact is that you've heard it from JDF, and we'll hear it later on in the stream, that JDF said that he wanted 2 million, and there's more stuff. Aaron sounds like a textbook grifter, con man. He found a mark in JDF and milked him to the very end, and that is 100% true, and he's still doing it, and he will continue to do it because he knows that's it. Soon as it gone, that's it. He's gone. You know, no one's gonna be like, let's watch the beatdowns. You're just 2 million. Like, what the fuck? Okay. Is Legend of the White Dragon still a thing that is going to be made? To be fair, I think it will. Like, as a lot of people are saying it won't. It has to, because if it doesn't come out this year, no one gives a shit about it. No one cares, and it moves on. And JDF's last dream is gone. It's all gone. And then all you're going to see is Aaron constantly going, man, I miss my friend. I miss him so much. I wish he was still here. Like, you know, and everyone's going to be, when's the film? Say, it's color correction. It's color correction. Oh, sound mixing. Sorry. Hello, Dan. Welcome to the stream. Sorry if I'm getting a bit irate. Like, I just generally hate this sort of stuff. And considering that this was JDF's last big thing, and Aaron is just absolutely fucking balls the fucking project up, it really irritates the shit out of me.
I can't raise $4 million and pay you $2 million. What the is that? That's dumb. You know what I mean? Like, if I got 500, he wants at 500,000, even a $500,000 budget, he wants 250, half.
Just look, I really don't know why Aaron thinks that he wants half for directing. I really, really don't on this one, because again, like, all he's done that we've seen are fucking beatdowns, and that's it.
There are lots of fans with mixed feelings regarding the delays with Legend of the White Dragon, as well as Aaron himself. I am not his biggest fan, but I am a fan of Jason David Frank, and despite my criticism against Aaron, I am still looking forward to the release of Legend of the White Dragon.
Okay, so a while ago, I turned around and said that I wasn't going to review it. I wasn't even going to talk about it. And what really like gets me in this one is that now I want to see it, because I want to see what the ending is and how Aaron has done this, because a lot of the stuff in this that I've seen, like, it doesn't make sense. Like, a lot of stuff to me doesn't make sense, and I want to see how it's portrayed, considering when JDF passed and Aaron raised more money at the very end, like, to go into doing reshoots and to do other things like that. I generally really wanted to know what those reshoots were. Now, I'm sure when he came onto the Global Nerds podcast, shout out to my friends, that when he was on the Global Nerds podcast, he said, like, majority of it was done, like 95% or 99% was done, and it needed to have like a few reshoots to tie a few things up to make what Jason wanted, what JDF wanted in this. And what annoyed me is the fact that you wouldn't have that many reshoots to do. You wouldn't be like, oh man, JDF wanted 1,000 planes put in the sky. JDF, he wanted lasers being thrown about. He wanted this, he wanted that. You think that you would try to finish the film up straight away to get it out, so you could remember your friend, how you could make people want to like at least enjoy it. And all I see is Aaron has absolutely fucking ballsed it up. And, you know, I was nice to him a while ago. I was like, you know what? Like, in my last video, I was more like, hey, like, guess what? Like, you know, this is a thing. Like, you know, he's a good director. He's this, he's that. But all I see is the thing that flies in my face. What annoys me is that he's just not delivered on a project, and he is just constantly holding this thing to him. Sorry, I'll try and calm down.
Whenever that may be. With that being said, I do find Aaron to be a bit misleading, as he writes off fair criticism often as people being negative instead of responding to the criticism.
Right. This always pisses me off with Aaron. It always pisses me off. It's the whole thing of like, hey, like, you gotta like spread positivity around. You gotta be dead nice. If you see people giving positivity, just stop it. I'm not gonna do an Aaron impression. I generally thought it would be, but the whole thing, and this is what really annoys me, and I've seen it a lot in the Power Ranger fandom and probably other fandoms as well, is if you criticize something and say, Mark, your stream isn't that great because your light's off. You need to turn this light purple. I think that would work. Or you need to have something going on in the background. It's something dead nice. You know, or your sound's out, the camera's off. Criticism. I mean, I go, oh, thank you very much. If you're like, oh man, that's fucking shit. Yeah, you fucking suck, Mark. I'll be like, okay, that's not really the best. And there's negativity in that one. But the fact is that when people have given like criticism to Aaron, he just shoots it down straight away. It's like, you don't get this. Now, this is a thing that you have to put down, and it goes like kind of like, it doesn't backfire, but it's just interesting to how it is. If you have any industry knowledge of how to make films, sound design, whatever you want to do, you have to literally put that. So a while ago, I commented on Aaron's status on something, and I had to say what I had done for Disney or something, like one of the projects that I worked on. And I knew I had to put that in there because someone's going to be like, oh, you don't understand how films are made. You don't know how long it fucking takes. Shit like that. 100% stuff that you get. But the second that you put it down, then you say, oh, I did this project for Paramount, Marvel, DC, whatever. They'll go, well, that's shit anyway. So you can't fucking win. but you have to get through to Aaron that way. Hey, I know exactly what you're doing. Hey, I know what this is. But Aaron just takes everything as like, you have to pat him on the back and hold his hand and be like, hey man, how you doing great, mate. You're doing great. And he's like, oh, thanks. Like, people are giving me praise. So how do I send the updates of, screenshot them? So if you're on your phone, take screenshots and then just send them to my Facebook. That's probably the easiest way. But right, that's
Not to mention him blatantly saying he didn't ask for half of the Legend of White Dragon budget, with Jason vehemently saying that he did.
how can you get around this, right? How can you get around it and say, oh no, this didn't happen? How can you not get around it? Oh man, like, you know, are you going to say, Aaron, that Jason David Frank is lying? Are you going to say your friend, your partner, everything, like all these people are lying? What is it? Like, you know, you have JDF there and you're saying no. Like, what is it? Like, please, Aaron, please like address this properly rather than be like, it's just internet drama. I don't care. It doesn't affect me because there are worse things happening in the world. Oh no, fucking I'm getting worked up.
Also, I wonder how Aaron will receive this, because the last time we heard unreleased Jason David Frank audio, he was saying how much he didn't like Lord Draken.
So I need, Nicole, you to reach out to everything that has Lord Draken on it. IG.
So we don't know who leaked the call. The call was sent to Henry, and they kept it anonymous, and that's who we're going with, because again, all anonymous. It's there. No, I can't even say the word. God damn it!
And everybody that has Lord Draken, I want to send a letter that I own the digital rights, and they must pull it off their channel. I don't want no Lord Draken stuff out there.
Which,
so I understand the whole, like, he wanted it gone, and you know, that's his thing. And Aaron said that multiple times, like, you know, it just got taken down, and I didn't agree with it. I really didn't at the time, only because it was a thing that it was the trailer that came out. That was the main thing. You know, the one that he did for Boom Studios. So he wanted it gone, and I think that once it's out there, it's out there. But you know, at the end of the day, it was him. Like, it was JDF's thing, so he could have done what he wanted with it. I feel like the way of going around it could have been a little bit different, but you know, it's one of those things.
Aaron was instrumental in getting released. Furthermore, Aaron was there when the anti-Kyle Higgins audio was released.
Now, this is really interesting. Hang on, I'm just gonna. God damn, all these drinks. It's like I need to arrange all of this around. So you can see my lovely thing now of Rosaria from Genshin Impact. So there's one thing that I wanted to kind of show, and where is it? And the fact is that if Aaron comes out now and says, this is really shit, you cannot, you know, no one should be leaking phone calls or messages or whatnot. This is not allowed, etc., etc. Then there was this clip that that us at the Global Nerds actually like said. Does JDF like gives more of a Boom Studio? So to give some context to this clip, this was a year ago. God damn. So to give more like kind of context on this sort of one was that I think it was the call that got leaked, and it was about how it was about, I'm trying to think. It was the whole thing of like the Kyle thing, and all these like calls were getting like brought up. And I wanted it just to be settled. So I gave Aaron some advice, and I was like, look, at the end of the day, if you want to release all these fucking phone calls, do it properly. Don't just cherry pick which ones you want. Choose the ones that you want properly. Go through the entire thing in a live stream, in a fancy thing, whatever you want to do, so you can get these calls out. And if Aaron comes out and be like, oh, sorry, I am very irate, I'm very annoyed So if Aaron comes out and says like, no, like these calls shouldn't be released, I want you to listen to this.
And then literally you just sat there.
Ah, damn it! It's my headphones. No. How did that happen? I think this is the first time I've streamed properly in an irate thing, and my headset's just like, do you know what? Go fuck yourself, Mark. It's like, you shouldn't be doing this. Okay. Don't know why it turned itself off. Yeah, you shouldn't have leaked the phone calls. You should instead have made a lot of merchandise quotes from historical people. A slight jab. Yeah, just put it on a t-shirt. I need the proper facts. Okay, right. So
Going, push the button, and then just letting the phone just literally do its thing, and then you kind of do it afterwards.
Now everyone laughed at this. Everyone laughed, but it's the best thing. So you can see that Aaron was in a call with us.
I think that would be kind of interesting, because not from a funny type of thing, but it's everything's out then. Because if, say for example, I don't know, you pitch a story, or you've pitched a story to Boom, and it was like,
oh yeah, so this was the whole thing where he was like it was the whole Green Ranger Bat in the Sun outfit for Matt that they put in with the Boom Studios, which again Aaron was like, it never happened. I didn't like that. We didn't like that. And then like Deoxy, a good friend of the channel, and a good friend as well, he just turned around and did a video exposing all of this, and Aaron went fucking ballistic. I'm gonna sue you for not responding and reading to my messages.
what happens if Tommy ate loads of waffles, and then suddenly you find out that Tommy's eating tacos or something? Then at least you can prove and say, this is what we said, this is the date, this is what it was said, and then you can go, we've got nothing to hide. So then people can refer to it, and you can just go, watch this video, timestamp 1:32.
Which I think is a fucking very good point. So you get the whole fucking, you get your dirty laundry out there. Hell, you've got whatever. You have it right there.
And then people can go, we've heard that from JDF himself, we've heard it from you. And it gives more of a kind of an option for people to go like, okay, do I believe this? Do I not?
By the way, for that entire interview, that was Aaron's phone dinging like shit. Fucking pissed me off. Silence your phone.
Does JDF like tacos? I don't know. But at least we've got that out there properly. And I think that's what maybe some of the fandom wants to see.
I agree. And if you want, I can even, I mean, like, you guys can, because like I said, I haven't put it on because I worry about the backlash, and I worry about it being perceived wrong. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm trying to figure that out, which I think those are all good ideas that you said. And I can even privately just message you guys these audios, and you can listen to it, and you can let me know what you think the best thing is.
Well, there we go, Aaron. Tacos. It's the only thing I can think of. There we go. Can we just go? Not me explaining it.
I'm trying to figure that out, which I think those are all good ideas that you said. And I can even privately just message you guys these audios, and you can listen to it. And you.
So if Aaron comes out like going like, oh, you can't share calls, this shouldn't have been a thing. He said it's absolutely fine for him to do it himself. Like he said he could do it himself.
Accusing Kyle of stealing ideas from Jason and not giving him credit.
So I made it clear with Boom, they offered me a signing for these books. They're just some kind of, it's not a Kickstarter. It's like, I don't know what the hell it is, but I made it clear. I ain't signing no Draken books. I made it clear that I don't like Kyle Higgins. I made it very clear to Boom that we had the rights to the Green Ranger series. I also made it very clear if we ever decided to, they're screwed. But I did tell them I'm not signing Draken books. Anyway, just letting you know.
Now, when I heard that, it really annoyed me because I generally thought that JDF wasn't going to sign anything for fans. And I feel like having this audio leaked at the time was in very, very like poor taste. And I think that Aaron was just like, that's great. I just want this out there so that he could really bag on Kyle. And it really fucking pissed me off. And that's the whole reason why I called him out. And that's the reason why we had the, that's the reason why we did the interview with Aaron, because I was so fucking pissed off about it.
It's a heads up, but I made it very clear to him what we've done and what Kyle has stolen. So I just thought I'd tell you that. It was
The thing is, Aaron, oh no, sorry, Kyle didn't fucking steal anything. Boom didn't steal anything, because literally there was a post. I don't know if it's in Henry's video, but there was a thing that they were praising Boom and saying like, "Oh, thank you very much." It's just annoying.
Good chance to tell him, you know.
Hey, remember when Stan Lee always wanted to make? I didn't know that one. I actually didn't know. I think that would have been really, really cool. I actually really did not know that one, Castle. I did not know that at all.
Now, Aaron is on the wrong end of unreleased Jason David Frank audio. I wonder how he will take it. But make no mistake, the person who sent me this audio is not a fan of Aaron's. I received this audio from a person using a Proton email, which is the preferred email of people who want to remain anonymous because of the end-to-end.
Okay, so I didn't know this. A random question. I'm listening with headphones. When you talk, I only hear you on one side. When you play these clips, I hear them on both. I actually don't know. I really don't know on that one, Jeremy. It might just be the way it's set up. I bet it's my fucking audio thing. Okay, give me 2 seconds. I think it's that one. There we go. Is that better? Is that better? Can actually people hear me? Because when you do the whole thing of setting this out, is that better? You're gonna have to tell me, because I've just okay. So it's low. Okay, that's really weird. Okay, right. So give me 2 seconds. Right. No, that's fine. Okay, let's go. Right. So I've set it to 4.3. Hopefully that's okay. If not, I don't want to like overly blow it out. But hopefully, action. I hope that you can hear. It's all okay.
And encryption its service offers, where only the user can truly see their emails. The email reads, and guys, take this
That's great.
with a
Yay.
huge grain of salt. Hey, Henry.
Okay. So, okay, let's just let Henry talk about
Dig
this.
the channel with Aaron having a moment on HBO while still capping the truth about.
That also, right, that fucking annoyed me, right? Hey, we're talking about what happened with JDF, and I'm going to market my own thing. Like, hey, guess what? I want to talk about JDF and Legend of the White Dragon. Let's just talk about my project. No, at the end of the day, just talk about what happened with your friend. Don't be like, oh, hey guys, Legend of the White Dragon dropping summertime. You know you want to go it. Followed Bat in the Sun. If it's a mixer, it can sometimes set audio. Okay, so I know I've changed. I did like dual thing and then just set it up. I was wondering how to do that a while ago actually. But I've set it to down mix to mono. Do I turn that on? Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, goddamn the StreamYards. God damn it. Okay. Hello, Secure. Welcome to the stream. Right, let's carry on.
White Dragon. I thought you pointing out his new house was real interesting. Anyone who knew JDF knew how much he liked voice memos, and God knows there's a lot of them out there about a lot of people, including Aaron. But he also
okay. So if you can't see it, basically, it's all there.
Like to record conversations sometimes. I've got one for you from May 2019 with Dinesh Shamdasani, who used to own and run Valiant Comics. Turns out that web series Valiant did with Aaron is why Dinesh got thrown out of his company. He says Aaron embezzled at least $250,000.
Alleged. We're gonna say alleged on this one. Alleged embezzlement. Alleged.
$1,000. A lot of people tired of this guy capping about everything, talking on behalf of somebody who's gone. Disgusting. Stay resilient.
Okay, so obviously you want to buy a house. That's absolutely fantastic. Being your own homeowner, either paying your mortgage off straight away. Absolutely fantastic. Everyone should own their own home. But it just seems really weird why you would then all of a sudden be in Hollywood and in the Cali area, wherever it could be. They're expensive. They're fucking expensive. But all of a sudden, it's just like, oh, here's the money quite quickly. And you know, whatever Aaron wants to do with it, that's fine. But, you know, what does he do for an actual job? What does he actually do? Because, you know, all his time is spent working on Legend of the White Dragon. All the time. His words exactly. I'm always working on this. So what is he actually doing? Hello, Ryu. Hello.
And they linked the audio JDF and Dinesh Shamdasani. The
I don't know who Dinesh is, by the way.
file that was shared with me was uploaded to Mega Upload of all places. And Mega Upload is the Proton mail for file sharing with end-to-end encryption. This person really does not want anyone finding.
No, and I think that's absolutely fine. If you really want to be anonymous in this and don't want anyone to know or having this come back to you, boom, just use end-to-end encryption.
Out their true identity. Naturally, after I got this audio, I hit a Power Ranger insider who was aware I received the audio when I hit them up. Very strange. He said he first heard the audio 2 years ago, which is interesting considering JDF was already gone. He said 6 people so far have heard the audio.
6 people have heard this audio. Johnny and Bosch, Jason Narvi, I don't know, Austin St. John. No, we all know Austin St. John would never touch this project. He's got his own problems to worry about. But just 6 people fucking have heard this, and yeah, Aaron's father, his wife.
Story short, there's a group of people.
They haven't, by the way. That's just me just adding random people in.
People out there upset at Aaron for one reason or another, and that is how this audio was delivered to me as I made their short list. He did not say what other content creators or news outlets also had the audio or was sent the audio. Now, I did reach out to Dinesh, hoping to secure an interview and even share the audio with him.
I love this. It's the music I like. That's what it is. I just received information that you were fired because Aaron from Bat in the Sun embezzling money. Do you care to comment on the story before it's published? Please say yes. Hilariously unfounded. I was forced to resign during a change of control. One of the investors at Valiant, DMG, Dark Magician Girl, liked the success and wanted it for themselves. Thank you for your response. You alleged Aaron embezzled approximately $250K from Valiant and also told the late Jason David Frank that Aaron was a hack and that he should have chose anyone else or even you to direct. Can you elaborate on that? I'm also aware that Aaron wanted half the budget to direct Legend of the White Dragon. For example, if Jason raised $4 million, Aaron wanted $2 million to direct. Some for Jason roasted. Some for is Jason raised $500K. Aaron wanted $250 to direct. By the looks of how Legend of the White Dragon is going, you are 100% right about Aaron. But Jason was too wrapped up in Aaron camp. If you have some time, I would love to interview you regarding these topics, or your response will suffice if you do not want to do an interview. Ha! The entire budget wasn't $250K. Didn't say any of that. Lol. No idea about White Dragon. Wasn't involved in that. You sure you're talking to the right person? I was only involved with Bat in the Sun on one project. Yeah, but you wanted to direct Legend of the White Dragon. I am 100% correct. I am speaking to the right person. You did your best you could to try and talk Jason out of working with Aaron, but Jason said Aaron had contributed too much and couldn't afford to kick Aaron to the, I'm guessing, curb or something. No, we missed some. Go back.
Me as I made their short list. He did not say what other content creators or news.
You did your best. You could try to Aaron, but didn't contribute too much and couldn't kick Aaron to the curb. Okay, the conversation took place on May of 2019. I plan on putting out a video on this topic in more detail. I can explain it in more detail on the phone if you'd like. I can call you via Instagram. I was just hoping to get your insight for my story. I have very little knowledge of White Dragon and no desire to direct it. Lol. Sure. Call me. Sounds interesting. I'm guessing phone number. For your information, I'm not a director. Still not sure you've got the right person. I wasn't involved with Bat in the Sun in 2019. That would have been someone else.
Dinesh worked with JDF and Aaron for the, I believe it's the Ninjak versus the Valiant World or something like that. Don't quote me. Don't fight me. Unfortunately, communication broke down when he asked, which was on the phone, who my source was. And I said it was anonymous because, guys, I truly have no idea who sent this to me. And then he asked some of my personal information. And when I refused to provide it, he told me to put out my little video and not to contact him anymore.
Hey, can you tell me all your information, please? I don't want to. I'm keeping that to myself. Are you sure? Can I please have this? I am now going to make sure blah, blah, blah. Like, at the end of the day, if it's your voice and you're that, it is your voice, you should be going like, yeah, shit, we had that conversation. Fuck, we had that conversation.
Very nice, Dinesh. All right. Appreciate that, man. And, I just want to give a disclaimer, before going.
Aaron is just, Aaron's like heard this. He's watching it in real time, like going, the fuck? Then ringing Dinesh and being like, the fuck did you say? What the fuck, man? I thought we were friends. Oh, I don't say, Aaron. I really don't. I didn't say anything. It's your fucking voice, man. It's your fucking voice.
Going forward, consider everything said with a grain of salt, as you will hear completely unfounded allegations levied against Aaron. Now, do not take them as facts. This video is just for information, entertainment purposes.
Yes. Again, grain of salt. We're listening to the phone call. Again, this is everything. So again, take grain of salt, and then Aaron will come back. No, it wasn't me. I never said anything.
Also, I want people to be aware that I do suspect that the audio was altered at certain parts. Now, I'm not an audio engineer, so I provided the same link that was provided me in the email to the file in the description. So any audio engineers want to try to recover what I suspect is intentionally distorted parts to hide something and keep the focus on Aaron. Now, do not worry if content creators want to react and re-upload the audio, given their opinion. I will not file any DMCAs against your channel.
Thanks, Henry. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hell, maybe Aaron will react to it.
Aaron's like, how do I DMC all of these people? How do I strike them? Joker face. How do I do it?
In his messages, he did say he liked to answer questions. And I got some questions at the end
I can just
of this video. The biggest conundrum is Dinesh said he never said any of the things you're about to hear someone who sounds exactly like him say. Also, Aaron said he never asked for $4 million or half the budget. So
again, hang on. Again, right? Hey, man, I heard that you wanted $2 million if they raised $4 million. Man, I ain't gonna do that. I wouldn't want that. Yeah, you're not gonna turn around and say, yeah, I 100% wanted $2 million. Got a problem with that? Get out my Bat in the Sun DMs, before I sue you for asking a question. Imagine Marvel's Wolverine released for PS6. Like, shit, what would hold them back from release? I have no idea. But we're keeping on this train.
Oh, there you have it. But let's start the audio.
Welcome, Angel.
He was pissed at me. Pissed at me. And then at one point, he didn't want to talk to me. He's signing autographs to his fans. And I'm like, Jason, I got to talk. He's like,
what'd he say?
I didn't know. Not now. Didn't want to talk. Yeah.
It sounds like it has been altered a little bit.
And then finally.
I just imagine, like, this was all done in person. You have JDF on one side, and they're just talking just before going home, just outside as the sun's going down a little bit. Like that's what I imagine.
He like leaves his fans. He's like afterwards.
See, because you hear the birds. So yeah, they're like just outside talking, maybe at a convention. But I imagine it would be in a nice area with like, you know, a nice breeze going on. And they're just talking about it. You know, oh, I haven't seen you, how's work? You know, that sort of talk.
So afterwards today. Cool. Stand up here. I'm cool. Finally leaves his fans. He's got like 40,000 fans, right? Goes to the elevator. And I go in the elevator. I'm like in the elevator with him. Okay.
You put your hand right when the elevator closed.
Yeah.
And I was like, not now. I told you guys, give me a break. I don't want to talk right now.
I didn't give a I was like,
yeah.
I'm like, I'm in. And I'm like, hey, Jason, gotta cut you from the fucking panel, dude. Gotta cut you. Not gonna happen. It's fucking China. Because what the fuck, dude? I'm the fucking CEO. I gotta give the bad news, right? Not my fucking choice.
I'm guessing like the person in the in the panel, like obviously cut Jason or JDF, and then like they're in the elevator, and he's like, yeah, it's good con, isn't it? Yeah, it was. I'm enjoying the panels. Yeah, about that. Yeah. Why'd you cut me? Why'd you cut me from the panels? Oh, I gotta get off this floor. Gotta get off the floor. It's just a random floor. He's like, fuck, I can't go down any further or up. Shit. Just, what have I done?
Oh, I would cancel the whole panel if I could. I go in there. And he's like,
no, I said, it's not safe for you to be in the elevator. I said, it's not safe for you.
Oh, can you imagine? It's just that music as well. Like that elevator music. And you're like, And you're thinking, holy shit. Like this is the worst thing in the world right now. Just hoping that this whole thing ends. And it's like maybe it comes out in a book later on.
Yes.
And I see me to leave. And what did you say? I'm not here to hurt anyone. I said, hurt anyone, motherfucker. You gonna come hurt me? The f you mean hurt? You're like, I didn't mean it like that.
I didn't say that.
You did.
Did I really say that?
I'm not here to hurt anyone. And I instantly clicked and said, hurt
Very
anyone.
stupid choice.
No, but you
Very
meant to
stupid
say
choice.
you're not here to hurt anyone.
I would also imagine like JDF would probably get off on a random floor, and as he's leaving, just hits all the buttons and then just goes as he's backing out from the doors.
Well, I thought you meant physically hurt.
I mean, emotionally.
Yeah, emotionally. Well, I didn't know.
Then runs down to every floor, and then just as the doors open, he's just there going.
Man, I was like, what the f are you gonna do? Then, like, yeah, it was like, yeah. Yeah. Well, I thought you meant physically. I thought you meant physically. I'm like, what the f are you gonna, what does that mean? And then she's like, what? And yeah. Wasn't it the slowest elevator ride though? It was the slowest f***ing elevator ride. It was like
floor.
Yeah, it was like the doors closed. It was like, and the whole time I'm stressed. I'm like, dude, I don't want to. I don't.
He was like fucking tired. He was like,
I'm like, I'm blacking out. I was like,
like a fucking
it's
tiger,
not
dude.
safe for you. I was like, yeah.
You don't want this shit, man.
Now, before I carry on, I think what you can see in this right now is that it's a genuine conversation. It's not something where, you know that you've been recording. Like, sometimes when you know you've been recorded, you kind of like hold things back. But because of the way that they're interacting and speaking, I would imagine that they are having like a natural conversation. So things are definitely going to come out that sound more natural rather than, oh God, oh no. Also, oh my God, the Bat in the Sun's post on Facebook. Oh, no. Oh, I might have a look at that later.
Dude, it's fucking JDF.
Yeah, it was the longest elevator ride. Now I remember, and then afterwards I was like, the next week.
No, but listen.
Pick up the Samsung
Galaxy
Tab
adverts.
S10 5G with O2.
To be fair, sorry, Henry.
No, the elevator opened and he was like,
it's going to be adverts on mine too.
I was like, what the fuck? It was awesome.
I wouldn't have done anything, but yeah.
No, he would never.
As you can see, it sounds like, three friends reminiscing about a time Jason was removed from a panel at a convention, and Jason ended up getting on the elevator with Dinesh, which had to be awkward.
The ads pay for things. That's it. The little 10 cents or 5 cents, perfect.
but the audio is about to turn and focus directly on Aaron for the remainder being.
But the problem
Because I
is
was too small.
It's
Too small.
Aaron, too, and his dad, and it was like, I mean, like he wants to do what? Want to buy a comic book?
He wanted to produce comic books. He's like, I gotta have $1 million, so I'm gonna have.
I would imagine that's all Aaron like wants. He wants to make superhero stuff by by not creating his own things, by using other people's to create beatdowns, and then have his own comic book that would then go out and stuff. Like, that's how I kind of see this sort of stuff, and I think that's all that he kind of wanted, and that's it, and that's all he mainly focuses on. Because I know that he said that he wanted to buy, he wanted to, like, for these beatdowns, he wants to rent his friend's comic book shop and stuff like that. Which, to be fair, my whole answer would be, why don't you actually just buy an old abandoned building, do it up so you can have an entire thing? But yeah, I don't think he took that. I don't think he took that idea or didn't even acknowledge it. So, but yeah.
$1 million, I'm still the artist. It's like, dude, Aaron, you stole that money from us, man.
Stole?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. That's what it, dude.
Allegedly.
It's great.
There you go, allegedly.
Hey, I need money for locations. I need money for actors. I need money.
Did he have a budget sheet that he did for you guys?
Yeah.
And
He
he
went over
just-
it 4 times. 4 times over.
When did you figure out that he stole?
Towards the end. I mean, by that point, it was like, I was thinking of the investors and.
The fact is, location shooting, yeah, like, this is what gets me, is like, a lot of the times you can find where you want to like film, and then sometimes you can do it really cheaply, or sometimes you're like, hey, we're doing a project right now, like, a film, is it possible for you to like lend us this thing and we can give you a shout out, or yeah, we can pay for it. Like, when I've done projects and I've gone location scouting, majority of places have done it if I've asked very nicely, like in coffee shops. Hey, can I film this in your coffee shop? Yeah, if you come back here at like 11 till 1, that's absolutely fine. We'll do that for you. Or you find, like, say, abandoned buildings or what you need, and then you talk to people, and then they go like, yeah, I'm not using it, here you go. So I know you can pay for it in some places. I'm guessing in America would be more like, yeah, if you give us a little bit of money, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Or you can rent it for X period of time. But I just imagine that Aaron would go in with a shit ton of money. Like, hey, we've got a budget of $250,000. How much to rent? $250,000. Oh, that's our entire budget. That's exactly how it is to rent this building. Oh, can we get money? It's $250,000. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. $300,000. One. That's how I see it is. And I would just imagine that you could easily just try to get these like places or rent studios and get the price down. It's negotiating a lot more. But if he does that, then he can't afford his wife's ring, and new stuff are for OnlyFans and a new house, man. Yeah, like, how much to rent this building? It's 10 grand. Oh, okay, 20 grand, you say? No, it's 10 grand. 20 grand, you say, allegedly. 20 grand, allegedly. Okay, yeah, that's 10. Oh, slip it in the pocket. Oh, here we go. Pat, pat. Okay, yeah, filming permits. Yeah, so if you buy or if you have to rent or buy a filming permit, then fine. In my pocket.
It became a bigger thing than the company.
Yeah.
And also, he'd be Jason. He'd be like, hey, you want to piss Jason off? Don't fucking piss Jason off, man.
Why would you want to piss JDF off? Why?
Give me the money.
So he's using his name? Damn.
I mean,
well, we all know this. Like, it would not surprise me. Like, it's just one of those things of like I imagine like Aaron going to a club if he was single at the time, whatnot, and being like, "Hey, girl, I know Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger. You want to go and like chat outside while you smoke or whatnot or whatever, and we can chat. I'll totally ring him up. I know Jason David Frank." But all jokes aside, taking this out, please don't say.
I mean, you know.
Okay, it's cool. Right. The one thing that gets me in all of this, and jokes aside, is for the longest time, Aaron has been using JDF's name all the time, his posts up, because we all know the second that this Legend of the White Dragon comes out, if it does come out, once it's gone, that's it. Like, how many Ranger fans, until the point where they saw Scorpion versus the White Ranger, generally was like, man, I've got to go watch, like, Bat in the Sun. Like, you heard about the beatdowns, but then you would just watch it and move on. And then you'd be like, oh, who's the next one? And it would always be biased. It's like, you vote who you would want to win. Oh my God, like, whatever character. But the fact is that JDF has always been on his lips, on his tongue, where he would give out stories like, oh my God, like, Jason gave me this, or, you know, Jason had like these laughs. And I'm not going to take away those memories, and that's up to Aaron. Like, you know, they're his moments. But the fact is, he's been using JDF's name for the longest time, and rather than working fucking hard to get this project out, it's just like, man, Jason David Frank would have been like this, or man, I remember the time when Jason gave me this advice. Man, I remember the time when this happened. And where has this gotten? You know, this project was 10 years in the making, then we've heard it's 3, then it's whatever. You just think that you would get this done as fast as you can, hand it off to other people. But no, like, he knows that the second that this leaves his hands, goes off into the internet or on Netflix, Tubi, or wherever you want to put it, it's gone. He will then lose that people, because we will watch this, and Deoxy said the same thing. Oh, I'm going to repeat what he said as well, because we all know it. 1 week, and this is going to be gone. We'll talk about it. It will come up maybe in a few years' time, or we'll talk about it again, and then that's it. And then now Aaron's got his hands on Jason Font, and hoping that he'll be like, oh man, if I can get the Time Force Rangers together, that will be grand.
The balls. Holy shit.
Of course, man. Of course. Of course. Just a big following on social media, man. No one wants Jason being like, hey, can't to this. I mean, now I don't care. Now I'm like an individual entrepreneur, but at that point,
you're like,
it's like a brand.
Yeah.
You know?
That was your baby.
Moved up there, though.
Yeah.
No, it's my baby. It's like, it's a legacy brand. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm just holding the baton. Pass it on. Now pass it on. Now I'm like just an individual. Like, you just can say whatever you want.
Yeah, but I always spoke to. I always knew that you respect me and like me, good. even though Aaron and everyone's like, oh well, you really pissed in ass. Yes, I do. But I do feel that, like I was telling them, I was like, I like you, and I think that I probably proved my loyalty, my work ethics to you,
dude.
And
imagine, right? Imagine. You have been so loyal to someone. You've shown them work ethics. You've shown your devotion, and you get this shit in return, that this film's not been finished. As Ryu says, 2 years plus of color correction later, losing your distributor. The fact is that you have put your faith in a man that says, I can get this done. I can get this all finished. And we're still waiting. Like, if this were me, I would work tirelessly, or I would find an editor that I would trust, and I would just send it to them and go, I need you to do this, but it needs to be done by this date. And I would give them enough time. But the fact is that Aaron has been keeping this going for such a long time, hoping that he can keep those Green Ranger fans. And the same thing will happen. They'll stay with him for a little bit. They'll drop off. They'll see a post pop up saying, who do you want to win in a fight? The Hulk or Wolverine? Vote now. And they'll go, oh shit, why am I following this person? Unfollow. And it will just happen. And then suddenly, like on every year of JDF's passing, on his birthday and whatnot, you will see a post by Aaron going, I really miss my buddy. I really miss him. I hope you're still here, pal. We made Legend of the White Dragon. And that will be it. And people go like, oh yeah, shit. And they'll watch it because it's his last project. But no one will give a shit about Bat in the Sun after this.
Jason did everything, and then 10 times more to promote the brand. Except for one time, which is my fault, where I pulled him off from a panel.
Yeah.
And for like 1 second, he thought about beating me up in an elevator. That's it.
But the one thing you're gonna get is you're gonna get real from him. That's the one thing.
That's what he said.
But dude, but I'll take that, man.
Yeah.
But you know what? We did the panel. It was a good panel. He fucking did not get involved. We talked about him incessantly.
I told Josh. So yeah, it was bad, but
That's a plausible theory, Alan. A British theory. Yes, my British theory.
I mean, you were always smart that way, dude.
Yeah. But I'm glad. You know, I always knew things were okay with us. I mean, I did. I thought. You already see.
You know what I'm looking
you already
for,
see
too?
how I am.
I'm looking.
Tell me on set. They're like, well, Bloodshot's really not an actor. He's a robot. I said, no, he's not. I said, he's an actor. I used to say that all the time.
Look,
Yeah.
the whole film is great because those writers, even Bloodshot Reborn, is even fucking better.
Jason,
So
you were really fucking good. So don't fucking shirk to this.
yeah.
There are people that would love to work with you, man. You gotta get out of the fucking Aaron camp.
The fact is, I know JDF was very, very loyal to people, and he would have like ride or died. So, but then when you hear it, like you heard it in his voice just then, where he's just like, yeah, man, like he knows he is defeated beforehand, and that's just my theory on that one. That's my take on this. But the fact is that you've got a friend, you know, I don't know if these guys were like buddies, but the fact is you've got people who have worked with Aaron saying, you need to get out. And you're going like, yeah, I know. It's like a relationship. When you're talking to your friend and you're going, man, my partner is X, Y, and Z, and like, you know, I need to do this. And then they're going like, yeah, I know what you mean, man. Like, yeah, I should just talk to them about it. Yeah, I should just do this. Like, yeah, I need to do that. Like, you can hear it in JDF's voice. And one of the things that I generally think is that everyone like that has worked with him in projects have fucked him over. And this is just my personal take on this. You had, you know, JDF wanted to work with Saban. He did all this, obviously he worked with it, but he did all the stuff. And then when he was just like, man, I've got an idea that would work. I want to do the Green Ranger thing. And I don't know if it was Saban or if it was Hasbro. I'm thinking it's more like Hasbro or whatnot. But, or whoever it is, regardless on this one. They said no. They said, no. They said, yeah, we'll work on this one. If you do this Power Ranger thing, 100% we will do your project. And he's gone, fuck it, yeah, go on then. And then as soon as it's like he's finished his stuff, and then he's gone to that person, gone, hey, can we like do that thing we talked about, that Green Ranger thing that I really want to do? All he's done, or they went, nah, fuck off, Jason, fuck off. We don't want you. We only said that. And the fact that this is where it comes, like where JDF has said helmet heads. Can you imagine that with Aaron as well? Like all the delays, how long it's taken, and then now we're listening to this on his thoughts. Can you imagine how it must have felt? Like, I am absolutely no, like, I don't hide this when I say that I was never a huge JDF fan. But when I was listening to this earlier, I felt really sad for JDF, and I see that everyone fucked him over. And that's what really hurts me. That's what really hurts me in this.
Am I wrong? Get out of the fucking Aaron camp. The reaction you're having here is because you're stuck in Aaron camp. Here's the thing, okay? I'm gonna tell you one story about Aaron. It should tell you everything you know about Aaron. So Captain America Civil War came out. No, sorry, Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier. For me, as a movie fan, there is no Marvel scene that I go back to again and again and again, except for one. Nick Fury in the car. Remember, Nick Fury in the car, this car sequence, these guys are fucking shooting the car, and he's like, no, not yet. He's like, not yet. They're shooting. Car says 10% damage, not yet. 2% damage now, and this fucking gun comes out a little. It's fucking crazy, dude. It's awesome. That's who you should be. You should be Nick Fury in that sequence. But Aaron doesn't know enough to build that sequence. He's not that talented. And so for me, don't.
So I heard that, and then I started thinking about all his beatdowns and all this sort of stuff, and there is no build up in it. And Aaron, I think, is the sort of person that just wants to see fighting. That's it. Like, you know, here are these two characters. They're just fighting, and it's constantly happening. And then all of a sudden, he's just like, man, the whole internet's gonna love this, and everyone's gonna be like, why are these two people fighting? I don't understand. And then he'll be like, man, you don't see my vision. It's like, you know, you don't see comic books. You don't see this. And, you know, you don't see my vision. In fact, you're giving me negativity. Like, you're giving me a negative time. Like, can we please stop this? And that's it. It's just literally all fighting. When you see the Legend of the White Dragon, like, little clips that came out, it was all just, here is fighting. Oh, two people walking down the corridor talking about shit. Oh, there we go. And then suddenly, like, stab. And then all of a sudden, no, I take that back. It wasn't, it was, where is Eric Reed? Oh, you have just saved your child. Think about this. And it's just the whole thing. In all this stuff, it's always action. It's never a place to build up, and it fucking pisses me off. If this is what Legend of the White Dragon is going to go down, and other people have seen this, then it's just going to be it's a fight. It's a fucking fight. And is this story going to build up? I guarantee if Jason didn't have the story to put it into it, all that's going to happen, he was going to go, and we're going to fight, and we're going to fight, and everyone's going to love this.
Don't work with Aaron, dude. He's a fucking hack. I worked with you and Aaron. He's a fucking hack, dude.
It's so crazy, that reputation, though. Like, I heard that from Kyle. I heard that from Lionsgate. I heard...
Fucking Lionsgate. Fucking Lionsgate knew it as well. Because that was, I think, the mobile game Legacy Wars. That's what had it. The whole thing where it was all fighting. And if they could fucking see it, man, if they could fucking see it, and if they turned around to JDF and said, man, don't work with Aaron, like, JDF should have listened a bit more. But again, it's loyalty, and I'm not going to fault a man's loyalty to a friend who he thinks, or who he thought was going to produce this thing, and it could have been fucking amazing.
That a lot.
In 7 minutes, there were 3 fights, no explosion, all fights. Yeah, that is exactly it. Angel, that's 100% right. Oh, it fucking irritates me. We're 13 mins in out of 33, and I've just farted. There we go. And yeah, we haven't even hit the main things.
And I get it. That's why with Johnny on set, I was like, dude, I told him, you know what I told him was so bad. Oh my God. I was like, you know what you do? You direct action. Even your action has no fun.
Dude, even as a second unit director,
no,
he's bullshit. He's not even a fucking stunt coordinator.
I did tell him. I did tell him. I told Johnny. I said that he has no heart into his stuff. Like it's action, but it's the same shit.
I guarantee Aaron was told by what? No, he wasn't told once. It's always about his audience probably gassing him up, constantly going, do you know what? This is it. Do you know what? This is it. And he's never like taken anything from this, and he's never learned. And again, like, if anyone probably points this out, it's bad negativity. You know, it's not criticism. You've not worked in the film industry. You don't know how to make a video. But I'm telling you, from a person that watched it, you've never made a video. I bet you've never read a comic book. This is not how it is. And it's just like, once you see it, you're not going to be able to unsee it.
That's the problem. That's really the problem.
Off of you, dude. Yeah. Move on. Jason, move on, dude.
Can you imagine, like, when you hear that, Jason, he's leeching off you. Just leave him, man. He's leeching off you. Can you imagine standing there in that moment, listening to your friend talk about this, and probably realizing that it's all true, and then just standing there for like a brief moment, calculating everything going through your head and going, fuck, he hasn't he? And then that's it. Because I know what JDF was like to some degree. If he liked you, he liked you. If he didn't, you know, and he originally did like you, then, you know, he would take a step back because he wants to distance himself. Like, I've seen this a few times with a few people he's done it with. But at the end of the day, when you realize that you're so far deep into making this project, that this dream of yours, that you worked with Johnny on Bosch on, I think it pops up, and I'll talk about it when it does. But imagine that you just realize this, and that's it. Like that would fucking sting for me. Like I would just be like, what the fuck?
So let me tell you what. I'll tell you something, okay?
There are 50 AFI directors that are better than Aaron. Aaron's not even a director, dude. He's not a secondary director. He's a fucking.
But
if it wasn't for Nikolai,
you know the money
nothing.
stuff. Yeah, he hired Nikolai. But you know the money situation I text you? That was the deal. We got $4 million. He takes $2 million.
It's fucking scummy behavior. Like, what is Aaron gonna say now? Like, how is he going to get out of this? Oh man, like, you know, yeah, it's not my voice. Like, it's not JDF. That's not JDF. Like, how can you sit there and be like, yeah, let's make your project, and I'm gonna take $2 million? Like, how can you do that? How? Like, it baffles me. It fucking does. And it just shows that Aaron is thinking more about the money in this one than he is putting together his best friend's project that he's known Jason for a long time. Like, how are you going to get out of this, Aaron? I don't know if you're watching. I highly doubt you are. It'd be cool if you were, because I would like you to know what your thoughts are on this one. But how, right? How could you ask for that amount of money when all you've done is just beat downs? Like, we've not seen anything from you whatsoever, and like, you shouldn't be taking that much money
To direct. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, if we got $4 million to do something, you want $2 million to direct? Well, that's the deal.
Dude,
No.
Put on the screen.
No, it's not. Well, dude, $2 million to direct a $4 million movie?
Put it all on the screen, dude. You would do it.
I
Put it on the
will.
screen, dude.
We couldn't afford everyone. Why is that, Aaron? Why couldn't you afford the people in this? Oh, well, we only had a small budget. Because you fucking took all the money. Like, how can you do that? Yeah, this thing had $2 million, and I took more money. Like, I took more money than anything. Oh, it's so fucking snaky. He fucking snaked his friend.
Well, he said he did that with Valiant anyway. He said he made
No,
more
he
money
did
with
not.
you guys.
No, he did not.
I made more money. I worked my ass off.
Oh, he said that?
Me and John,
He said that?
Yeah.
He made.
He said you guys never paid him.
He made $360,000.
$360,000, all from YouTube videos.
He embezzled. Dude, Jason, he said that to you? He embezzled money out of fucking us.
Allegedly.
He embezzled.
He told me he
Allegedly.
would make anything. And
Jason,
gave
part of the
advice.
reason I got thrown out of my company because of Aaron. He embezzled fucking money out of us. Josh quit. Josh, my number 2, my lieutenant.
Before I continue, is the sound okay on this? I just realized I don't want it to be dead low, and it's just like, when I listen back, it's just me being way overpowering with my voice.
Quit Valiant. He was so sick of Aaron. Dude, he was so fucking sick. Aaron stole money from us.
Allegedly.
Dude, no joke. Aaron stole money from Valiant. He embezzled money out of
I heard
fucking
that. I
company.
did hear that with Lionsgate too, though.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I heard that
Thanks,
with
man.
Lionsgate. I did. And then,
He
but
embezzled
Aaron,
money out loud.
Aaron told me, "Do you think I'm going to work for? You know, I've got nothing on fucking Valiant. They didn't pay me. They, you know, it's like that's what I heard the whole time. Like that all his money went into the thing. He never got paid.
Then there's a difference.
The way that I see this, right? The video audio. It's louder. Okay, that's fantastic. That's great. Okay, so my train of thought on this right now is that Aaron's this type of person that would turn around and give you numbers, be like, man, I made this, like it's done this, and this, and he like kind of like over exaggerates it a lot, and you know, he tries to make people believe that he's done all these like amazing things. And I'm not going to knock the work that he's done, because I don't think that's fair, but I think that he ups the truth a lot, and then gets a lot of people to kind of be like on board with all of this. And I just feel like he's lied to everybody. He thinks that he is like this God's gift to making these superhero things, and he just likes to fuck over his friend. Like, I spoke to my friend about this earlier, and we turned around and said, or I said, Aaron is. I think that Aaron would be that sort of guy that you would tell like you like this girl, and then he would get with her and be like, oh, I'm going to make sure that, you know, all the information I know, or I'm just going to talk to her, I'm going to make her mine. And then you're like, oh man, you're going out with said girl. And he's like, yeah, because that's how I like it. And then you go, oh, cool. And then you see another girl, you go, oh, I'm into her. And he's like, oh, I'm going to get with her. Like, that's how snaky I think he is. It's fucking snaky as shit.
Because if you think about it, with you, it's all about passion first, money second.
Yeah.
The money will follow.
Yeah, dude. But that's the way I work. Yeah. He made more money than the fucking budget of the show.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Same with that. Same with Lionsgate. I know people with Lionsgate. That is fucking bullshit, dude. He fucking stole money. There was a $25,000 check that Josh wrote to him out of his own fucking pocket. I told Josh, do not do that, dude. You make $80,000 a year. This employee made $80,000 a year. Wrote a $25,000 check to Aaron. Think about that. Think about that, dude. Josh made $8,000 a year. You a $25,000 check to Aaron. No, man. Don't fucking do it, Jason. Don't do it. You are a bigger piece for him than he is for you.
Texting you.
Okay. Who has the biggest name? Who knows that they could bring in millions of people? Look at all the stuff that JDF has accomplished in his life. Like, he built up this amazing fan base. He carried a franchise that, you know, was up and down, and he did everything for his fans. I respect Jason a hell of a lot for what he has done in his life, and I have never seen anyone kind of do that at all, regardless of anyone in whatever field. And the fact that Aaron wanted to use all of that for his personal gain fucking is disgusting, Aaron. It's fucking horrible. And the fact is that what's his name? Juicy. I completely forgot it. But this guy is telling Aaron is telling JDF all of this. And like I don't know if anyone else can tell, but you can tell, like, you can sense in that air, that energy, where he's probably like, and then just everything realizing him, and Aaron snaking him.
Was half that, and that's exactly what he said. That he's tired of working for people like Valiant, who never paid him. I can't work for you because I'm not making no money. I'm not making money on Superpower Beatdowns. That's what all.
If you're not making money on, if you're not paying people on superhero beatdowns, I swear to God, if Aaron is an exposure guy, hey, you can work for me and do like 20, 30 hours. I'll pay you in exposure. I'll shout out your Instagram, Facebook page or whatnot where it's not it, but you give me everything. For my interpretation of that part is that JDF was not getting paid for this. Fucking horrible, Aaron. Fucking snake.
He made so much fucking money out of it. Yeah. He made easily $250,000 out of it. Easily. Do you see a penny of that? Huh? Do you see a penny of that? Me? Yeah. Cost me money.
$250,000. Just Aaron's pocket.
I spent more money on a jacket than I caught on a date, but it's fun.
Fucking snake.
I think it is.
Jason,
you know why?
Not,
at the end of the day, me and you are staying here. Yeah, it is. For me, it is. Because I'm honest, you're honest, and that will get us in a higher place.
Josh lost a lot of money on that, man. Yeah. That's the thing that pisses me off, man. I got this fucking 28-year-old. He gave everything. How many days was he on set? Every fucking day, dude. Every day, this fucking guy was on set, man. He was like, he did everything. He needed something, he did it. And something he did. Everyone.
But Josh was really easy to boss around by Aaron. Bossed him around.
Like, dude, this guy just wanted to mix it.
Aaron just wanted a fucking easy ride. He just wanted a fucking easy ride. He wanted an easy ride, like coast. Is it coasting off the pigtails? No, pigtails. Coattails. He wanted to have an easy ride with all of this. Like, I imagine that JDF would have been like, "Hey, dude, hey, like, is the project done?" And Aaron's like just sitting at home eating like Doritos or out at the gym or whatever. And all he's doing is like, "Man, I'll get around to it. I'll do it tomorrow." And JDF's like, "Come on, man. Like, this thing we could have done, like, knocked out in like a week or so." And he's like, "Oh, man, I'll get around to it. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll get around to it." And it's just a constant thing where you just stop texting. It's just like,
Man, I'm still his entire salary. That's a good thing.
Well, I kind of that thing you asked me. So those 18 things was from that shit. I insisted a budget list on that day that he hit with me.
Because then you don't know where the money's going.
Well,
if Aaron hasn't budgeted it properly and shown it, like, okay, center think. Okay, JDF and Aaron were in this together. So you think that Aaron would have costed everything, made a budget sheet, and given it to JDF? Locations, 20 grand. Special effects, $5 off Video Hive, because that's where pretty much most of them are, aren't they? 30 grand to 30 grand to color correcting, which is still going on. 30 grand to sound mixing. 100,000 to all the actors, including JDF, Ciara, who else? Jenna, all these people. And then also like Serena Vincent. Money going to all of this so you can break it all down. Food for the cast, water for the cast, renting equipment, because Aaron rents his equipment, which is fine. Obviously, you want to save money. So you would then have all of this breakdown and then go, okay, this is the money. This is what happens at the end. Now, when I've done budgeting for things, and I do this quite a lot with travel, with products that I'm buying for reviews for the channel, for new projects that I want to do, whatever it is, I will break it down in budget-wise. Okay, so this cost me X amount to buy. Okay, will this video make that much money, or have I taken a hit or a loss? A majority is, sometimes even more time, it's a loss, which is fine, whatever. But not that great at budgeting, Mark. I'm pretty good at budgeting. But even when I've done stuff for big projects, I had to cost everything. So plane tickets, travel, to paying people if I needed to, getting everything ready so it was there and then. So hearing this sort of stuff where JDF doesn't have access to this, how do you know that like the money Aaron's had, where's that money going? Oh, Aaron, I need you to get some money. I need to see the breakdown for this scene. Oh, man, I'll get it to you later, JDF. Don't worry, man. Like, Legend of the White Dragon. Woo, it's amazing. Oh, it's going to be amazing. And then it's not.
it's not. It's just, here's the problem. I already told Johnny. We're already going to go over budget on the first fucking day we're filming.
Fucking hell. Man, it's like $500,000 that we've had, and we've blown it on day one. What the? That? No, like absolutely not. Like, it boils my blood hearing that Aaron can't budget very well. So I think Henry in this video breaks down Legend of the White Dragon, all the other his projects. No wonder he needs like almost $1 million for this fucking thing, because he just throws money away. Does he just burn it in a pile and be like, oh man, that keeps us warm? Oh man, like, we need to do it. Like, are you getting the fancy McDonald's food for everyone and then tipping $1 million per time that some person comes up? Where is that money going? If you've gone over budget on day one, the fuck are you doing? I very rarely show emotions. So what you're seeing right now isn't me hyping this up or over exaggerating it. Can't even say that word. But I am getting so fucking angry that this fucking cockwomble has fucked up JDF's plan. No wonder it's taking fucking color correction like months, years later, because he can't fucking afford it, or he's just gone over budget. It is absolutely fucking insane. Fucking insane, Aaron. Oh man, I am. Anyway, fucking insane.
How we started at 6 a.m. He didn't do the first shot until 12, and we.
The actual right. Sometimes in film, when you have locations, and if you're paying for locations, they could say like, yeah, man, you can have this place for from 6 till 12. That is the only time, because after that we have to do whatever we want with it, or people are coming in, whatever you want to do. And the same as I said earlier, when I work, like when I've shot stuff in like places, you have to be there on time. You have to be there on time. You can sometimes go like maybe a little bit, like a couple of minutes, maybe half an hour over, but you're literally ready to go. As soon as your people come in, you go, right, hit the ground going. Cool, you're out of makeup, you're out of whatever, let's get this fucking going, right? And it's the same things, like when I do interviews, or when I used to do interviews like with the Rangers, I would always ask them what time was good for them. So if they said like, oh man, you come back at 4 p.m. when my line has died down, I would be there 15 minutes fucking early so I could actually make sure that it's absolutely fine. So hearing that Aaron wouldn't even fucking turn up, like what, 6 hours later, something like that, or hours later, that shows me that he does not give a fucking shit about this. And it fucking pisses me off. It fucking pisses me off. I guarantee that when he takes this to color correcting, he's like, oh man, like you guys can have it. Oh, I forgot the footage. I have to go back home. It's going to take me 6 hours to get home. This is fucking insane. Fucking insane. It fucking pisses me off.
When you got there, we insisted the dialogue, but he was like,
so Jason, why don't you direct?
Well, yeah, I know, but I don't know the whole bat in the sun thing. I think you're right.
Do you think you'd be worse than Aaron?
I bet Aaron would be that sort of person. That's really good. Like the JDF had to think then. That's really good, JDF. But we don't do it this way in Bat in the Sun. We do it like this, and he's got crayons everywhere. And JDF's like, I can do this. Like I generally thought that JDF had directed a lot of stuff, but I guarantee he has more knowledge on like what happened with Power Rangers, that he would have talked to people, he would have directed or had an interest. And I think Aaron should have done this. Oh my fucking God, Aaron. Like, if you don't respond to this call, you're just going to be, this is not internet drama. This isn't, oh, if it's on the internet, it doesn't really matter. It's like, I don't believe it. There is a lot of stuff that you need to address in this. In fact, I think the only way of getting around a lot of this is seeing the budget, releasing it without edited until you've gone on your Excels and your Google Sheets and edited stuff. We need to see a proper breakdown of everything. This is, I think, very serious allegations on Aaron right now, because this is one of the biggest projects, and he will still have his worshippers that will be around being like, oh, I can't wait to see this. But there were, I'm just doing voices. But the fact is that this was and will probably be Jason's biggest, like one of his biggest legacies, apart from like Power Rangers. And the fact is that you've done nothing. He needs to respond. There's no fucking thing. He needs to fucking respond.
That'd be great. I'm already fucking.
So Aaron's garbage, dude.
Yeah.
Do you think worse than that? No. I think he's better.
Yeah.
Just fucking do it, dude. Just fucking do it. Just fucking do it, dude. Here's the thing.
I could see JDF.
No one sounds like that for what I do. I got a fight my own company, I got a shitload of money. Now I look at my life and I go, what do I do with a lot of resources? What do I use my money? I think you should build and direct your own shit, dude. For a lot of money. That's exactly what I felt. And I think
I generally thought that when Legend of the White Dragon was coming out, that this was going to be a huge thing for JDF. This was going to be his biggest thing. Like, you know, this was going to be his version of what he wanted, his dreams, his vision. And the fact is that Aaron has absolutely fucked this up. And I generally wish that all of this advice had come to Jason way ahead, like a way ahead of time, before much money was put in, so that JDF could have worked on a fantastic project. And I think that would have been a huge drive. You know, he would have had the backing of the fans. Now, I know that later on in this video he talks like he didn't want to ask for help, but I know that even if he didn't ask for help, people would have helped him. People would have like given him money. Like, I guarantee, like, if he got a signature at a con or whatnot, and someone was like, man, here's some extra money for your dreams, and people would do that. I know the fact that some people would do that. And yet I wish that he would have done his own thing. I think that would have been absolutely fucking amazing. But yeah, again, Aaron fucking ruined it.
I felt that it's like,
I wonder if all the reshoots Aaron said he did was to add in more action scenes. Like, yeah, to be fair, this has been a thing that's been going around. Like, I remember Aaron saying, and I don't know if it was with the Global Nerds in that podcast or at some point, that he said that the project was 95% complete. And the fact is that they went in to do some extra scenes, which then led to the whole thing of a lot of people a lot of people think that Aaron changed the ending. So the ending could have been where Eric beats Dragon Prime, stands over the body, or walks away, and then that was going to be it. Or it's going to be that whole thing. It's like, you know, I'm going to be back in the next one, and it's an ongoing series. But now a lot of people think that Aaron has changed it, so he is the winner. He can sell this around to whatever he wants to do. He gets the White Dragon powers when his powers were taken away. And I swear to God, if Aaron has changed the ending, like, I hope that a script is out there, but I swear to God, if he's changed it to fit that he can sell this, the whole fandom's going to go fucking crazy. And I hope that all the Ranger actors that work with Aaron tell him to fuck off.
Kyle Higgins. Yeah. To write some shit.
Yeah, Kyle wrote something that's great. That's really interesting.
Is he
Vanguard,
Brightburn?
I think it's. Huh?
Is he Brightburn?
No.
He came out this weekend. Huge fan of yours. Director.
Who? The
Huge
director?
fan. Yeah, huge fan of yours.
What movie is that?
Brightburn.
Show me how big of a fan you are. Put me in your fucking movie.
See that? I don't know which director he said. I don't know what director he said. But the fact is that he said that, oh, he was a big fan of JDF's, and JDF says, put me in your film then. Can you imagine that if all these people just came out? I guarantee Aaron would be like, but you can't, JDF. You can't go because we've got more reshoots. And be like, yeah, but I've got to be on a film set in like 20 minutes. No, we got reshoots. And I think he would just fuck up Jason's, or JDF's like future. But the fact is that people wanted him to like be like, were fans of his, and Aaron's just a fucking like snake. Oh,
You should get in touch with him, man. But you can.
You know the movie he's talking about? Wow.
Brightburn. It was a Elizabeth Banks.
Yes.
Yeah. See?
I'll get the director's thing, and
I'll give you
when
his
I have a
name.
blue check. I can
Instagram him, man.
I will.
Be like, hey, JDF, man.
Yeah.
Let's do some shit together.
Yeah.
Do that. Don't fucking sell it for Aaron, man. See it? I'm the one guy, dude. I'm the one guy you will ever meet that will be part of fucking Aaron's group. That will not be like, I want to be part of your cream. I will not give a shit. Fuck that shit. I don't want to be part of it.
Yeah.
Walk away. Walk away, man.
so Ryu, that's my theory. My fucking theory. All right. Allegedly, just in case, I generally think that JDF recorded this, or someone did, and JDF found out, or JDF had it, and he was like, if this film isn't out by X amount of years, release this audio, and more to come. So it slowly trickles down. That's when you get it. That's when you get it. And I think it's slowly happening. The longer this takes, more stuff comes out. Can you imagine if JDF's just like, man, fuck Aaron, like I fucking hate him more, like and then that's it.
Hey, do you want to think you're bigger than all of them? Help me out here, man. He's bigger than all of them.
I like that you have my boys back. I do.
Dinesh always did. I think he always did, even though, like, you know, we did. I mean, people think, oh, Dinesh, you know, like Aaron would tell me, oh, Dinesh really hates you. It's like, I don't think that's
interesting, right? Interesting how it's just like Aaron hates that. Just thinking about it and what the stuff that he released audio notes of Kyle, of JDF, saying that he hated Kyle Higgins. It's interesting to think on how that is, isn't it? It's interesting how Aaron says like, oh, he hated everyone, but he didn't hate me. He was my friend. You know, it's one of those things of, he's my friend, not yours. Yeah, I've known him longer. He's my friend, not yours. You know, he says he doesn't like you. Why the hell my head twitched like that? But can you, like, it just seems like a pattern where it's just like Jason hated everyone bar me. I also agree with you, right? Seems like Aaron was the tyrant to control JDF a bit. Yeah, this is my film. Like, this is my thing to get into the MCU, into the DCU, into whatever you. This is it. And he just spread this narrative. Like that clip that I played before, like earlier in the stream, where he was like, oh, I can send you all the voice notes. I really wish I took him up on it. I really wish I was like, yeah, send them across. I really wish.
It's not true, man.
I don't think
it's
so.
Not true.
I don't. But I think he made it so I go to him, not to Dinesh. Come to me because these guys.
So you're dependent on.
I know more about the industry than these people. Come to me, Jason. Come to me.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, man. I only go with talent, right? Okay, and there was talent.
Oh God.
Let me give you an example, okay? Let's remember, Nicola, Posner, love Nicola. Chantel,
yeah,
love Chantel. You, love. Aaron, not so much. But Nicola, Chantel, and you, those are my three. I love them. And Joey, I love Joey.
Yeah.
And Alvin, love Alvin.
Yeah. Well,
that's it.
Moved on
those are my five, man. Those are my five.
And Joey quit or whatever, right?
Joey went on. Alvin went on. You went on. Chantel went on. Nicola went on. Dude, those are my five, man.
You're so right, man. Everything you're telling me is exactly what I thought, and I told Johnny Bosch the same thing.
The fact that JDF knows all of this, and like, there was nothing that he could do. He was in it too much with Aaron, and he knew all of this. And can you imagine just working on that project, knowing that all of this has been said, and you know what Aaron is like?
Because in Kyle, we talk about it. I see it. I see.
Interesting how he just said, like, oh, he talks to Kyle. But then Aaron was just like, see, listen to this thing where he hates Kyle and he wants nothing to do with Kyle. And then JDF wouldn't do it. And then, yeah, like, we have to tell Kyle that JDF hated him till the day he died. Yeah, do you remember that, Kyle? He fucking hated you. Like, you know, I'm sure that obviously JDF said something. But the one thing I see in this is, like, it just seems like Aaron was the one to start all of this. Like, you know, man, like, you know, Jason, Kyle fucking took that Green Ranger suit. Remember how we drew it, or I drew it, and then you said it looked really cool, and it was on my mum's fridge for like 3 days. Like, it was really, really cool, and then all of a sudden it's just gone. Like, it's fucking gone. Like, yeah, like, Kyle fucking, he called you a poopy head. Oh no, what, really? Yeah. So yeah, we gotta hate him. Oh man, I fucking hate him for calling you a poopy head and taking your drawing and your design. Fuck you, fuck Kyle. And he's like, yes, I fucking got him to say it, so I can then send the recording. Fucking yes.
So
Aaron is a snake. If you hadn't figured it out.
Well, let me ask you a question. If you're funding all of it and you're the star, why Aaron, man? There's so many others.
Yeah, Ryu, emotional blackmail. I'm holding all the cards to your project right now. If you don't continue this with me, it won't get done. And all that stuff, I will delete it. I will delete it from my hard drive, and I will format that fucker. It's backed up on its own drive, and I will smash it if you don't continue this. I mean, we want to continue this. It's fucking horrible. That didn't happen, by the way. That didn't happen. But that's how I imagine the conversation would have gone.
Here's why. Because when Johnny wrote this thing, Aaron put his 2 cents in.
Right. This is what I want everyone to pay attention to.
And when I said, okay, well, we're going to walk, well, I told Johnny, go with your own shit. Like, we don't have to, but Aaron felt like he was attached to it. And, you know, I designed this, I designed that. And...
Right. I generally thought through majority of this, and I don't know if I haven't heard it or anything, that I thought that Legend of the White Dragon was Jason David Frank and Aaron's idea. I didn't realize Johnny Yon Bosch had actually written most of this. Right there, Aaron, I think, has been lying. I'm going to say, like, allegedly, just in case. But I don't know if this has been a thing where he's just like, well, actually, like, you know, Johnny Yon Bosch, he co-signed it. Like, that's a thing. And then, you know, it's just... But I've always been under the impression that it was JDF and it was Aaron's project. Now, the fact is, regardless of how much work had been put in, you could walk away. You could change some of the script. You could change what you wanted, the premise. So maybe it wasn't Legend of the White Dragon. Maybe it was Legend of the Red Dragon, Legend of the Green Dragon, that Emerald, like that, no. Yeah, you could change to whatever you wanted. Still had the same concept. Change a few things around. Do whatever you wanted. You know, and then go, sorry, Aaron, we're not going to work together, unfortunately. I don't think this is the best thing. But seeing this, yeah, from what I heard, Johnny wrote most of the original script. You could have changed it. You could have worked with Johnny on this, and you probably would have got out faster. Remember how Johnny wanted that project done with Jason? Like he had Jason Narvi in it in the end, but he had that done so quickly because of the fans, regardless of how much money it cost. And that was out a lot quicker. This has been taking a long time. So I imagine that Aaron has been holding this over JDF's head. You dance for me, jump through all these hoops, and maybe we might shoot some little bit of Legend of the White Dragon this weekend. How would you like that? It's like having like divorced parents that are fighting over the kids. Well, if you stay at mine on Christmas, you get a PS5. Well, your mom's going to get you a Nintendo Wii, and we don't want that. You know, it's like, oh, but, you know, if you stay with me, I'll get you a gaming PC with loads of, like, monitors. But your dad's going to get you a Nintendo SNES, and a broken one at that. And you're like, the SNES is a great console, by the way. But that's how I imagine this would be. And I think that JDF just really couldn't do anything.
Yeah, but I'm not too worried about it because I
say no, man.
No. I mean, I can't financially.
Now, early on, it sounds like Jason wanted to break away from Aaron, but really could not afford to. I wonder if Aaron directing is the real reason Johnny Young Bosch walked away, as opposed to him saying he was not a fan of crowdfunding.
Guarantee. Yeah. Hey, I want to, you know, no, I'm just mumbling. I reckon that Johnny and Bosch was like, yeah, we're going to do this. I want this. Or, you know, I think this would be the best thing. And then all of a sudden, like, Aaron was like, no, we're not going to do it. It has to be my way. We're not going to do it your way. Mr. Anime voice actor, you know, who's in like a lot more stuff that can easily put more money in. We're going to do it my way, not your way. What do you know about ADR? Something like that.
During the pandemic.
There's many things that Aaron said to me.
He promised me a lot of things, and then he twisted my words and said, you don't want the rest. I never said that, dude. I said, I can't raise $4 million and pay you $2 million. What the?
Aaron is a fucking snake for this. You know, JDF says one thing, and Aaron's like, no, I'm going to twist my words. Fucking twist my words. You know, I didn't say anything like that, but oh no, that's how I interpret it. That's what you're going to say. That's what I'm going to say, Jason. Like, if anyone asks, I'm going to say you said this, but that's not what I said, Aaron. It's not what I said. Well, yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
The fuck is that? That's dumb. You know what I mean? Like, if I got 500, he wants at 500,000, even a $500,000 budget, he wants 250, half. No.
I remember in 2019 when Jason, his first Kickstarter had failed. Jason spoke at Fan Expo in Boston and talked about how he didn't want investors.
It turned into something like really huge. Like everyone was talking about the Legend of the White Dragon. They got helmets and they got all this stuff. That's why I posted that poem about when you make a footprint in the sand and the water washes it away, it doesn't really matter. It's always going to be there. You're always leaving a legacy behind. You're always leaving your pictures behind. You're leaving your YouTube links. You're leaving your Instagram. You'll always be there. And I believe that it's going to be something bigger. The only issue with something bigger is now we're dealing with something the whole corporation stuff. I didn't want to deal with that kind of stuff. I wanted it free for the fans. I was working for free. Johnny's working.
I guarantee, and this is just me thinking about this, I guarantee that this would have been out on YouTube, it would have been on JDF's page, it would have been absolutely everywhere for free. But now Aaron wants to get a deal with distributors and they want money to recoup what they spent it. You know that JDF would have spent hundreds of his, like thousands more of his money to get this out for the fans, for them to enjoy. And I don't think I've seen anyone for a long time like JDF on this, and this is the reason why I give him so much respect. From finding out what he did for the years, for what he was, and for what he did to a lot of people and helped a lot of people, that he always thought of his fans. And this project, what really like gets me is the fact that it's been held hostage in color correction, and that's it. Like, it has to be a distributor. It has to make money. We have to make our money back. But you know that JDF would be like, I don't give a shit about the money. Just fucking release it. And you know Aaron just wants to make more money off this. Like, he has been off the JDF's name for a long time.
For free. All the actors are working for free. Now it's going to turn into something that I just might not want it to turn into. An investor, hey, I'll give you the money, but I want to own this and toys. And I just kind of.
This is what was another thing that was brought up. Aaron has now started releasing merch. He has released, obviously, the Legend of the White Dragon toys. My friend who was working with Aaron, and I don't know if I've still got it, but I think I posted it on Instagram. Let me just see what I can find, if I have posted it up. I don't think I have. But basically, I might post it on Instagram now, actually. Now, this goal can't be done until I see proper emails, and obviously my friend was telling me about this. But Aaron was trying to get toys of things made, and my friend designed an item called a resin, and it was of Legend of the White Dragon. And apparently he made it, he printed it out. I've held it in my hand. I've held it right there in my hand, and Aaron just didn't want it in the end because he wanted it made for cheap. And then when my friend was like, "No, it's going to cost X amount," Aaron just, I think he said he just stopped responding, or that Aaron would only hit him up if he needed like something made, and stuff like that. And yeah, Aaron is all about the toys, man. He's all about that extra money because he wants to make this a huge thing. Why would you focus on making Legend of the White Dragon toys when you could have made more stuff with this film? And I feel like what Aaron wanted was to be the next big Power Rangers. This wasn't meant to be the next big superhero. Well, Spider-Man has toys, Batman has toys, Power Rangers have toys. We need toys. And just hearing that, where JDF wasn't about that sort of shit, it just shows to me what Aaron wanted. And it's just, he wants money from this. He wants to be effectively like Stan Lee. Sit back, let all the money come in, and so he can turn up late to shit.
I wanted to do it for the fans. Me and Johnny had this thing, so it's not completely out. The Kickstarter, we would have made it if we did 45 days and we did other stuff, but I am not the kind of guy to say, please help me, because help means you need help. I'm blessed. It's not that the help that I need, it was more like it was just a team effort, so I never really sat there and, hey guys, please donate, please donate. I probably would have got the thing if I said that, but I don't like saying that. Please is only if I really, really need your help. You know what I mean? And
I still generally think the fans would have done a lot for Jason, like 100%. Like, he would have had the money raised, I guarantee that if he, even if he didn't, like I said, like if he didn't ask for it properly, I guarantee if someone did a Kickstarter and it had him in there, it would have gone through the roof. Look at how Amy did in her thing. Everyone jumped on that, and it was completely funded straight away. I guarantee that if Jason got the money for whatever project that he wanted for Legend of the White Dragon, that would have been funded, and then within a year, guaranteed it would have been out. I 100% would say that happened. And yet Aaron has taken the money. He's taken millions of dollars, or $1 million, whatnot, from investors, and he has not produced it. And it has been, what, a couple of years? Yeah, we're looking at 2 years, something like that.
I'm good right now. So that's what happened to the Kickstarter. It's disappointing because we had just an awesome script. But I'm sure if someone comes in and wants to pick it up, we've got to make sure it's not going to be all about money. I'm tired of doing that stuff. I'm tired of working for brands. It's all about money. You know, when I come to Boston, I don't.
The second time around, Legend of the White Dragon was able to reach its funding goal and had a 2023 release date with just raising a little over $500K. Then Jason passed away and millions more were invested. And now they have to find a distributor and hope for a theatrical release for its top investor and family to make money, which I imagine the investor gets paid.
You know what Aaron could do, right? He could do this himself. He doesn't need a distributor to put it in. If he turned around and said, hey, we have 5 cinemas around Los Angeles or in 3 different states, 4 different states, whatever. We've rented out a cinema, and for the entire day, you know, we're going to be playing Legend of the White Dragon three times a day. Like 3 times in that day, we're going to do Legend of the White Dragon. It is going to be $15, $10, $20, whatever price it is. And then you could have done that. I guaranteed you would make your money back. You would have enough money to pay for those cinemas. The cinemas. For then I was just like, is it called something different in America? Theaters. All those things that you have, you would make your money back, and you would not need a distributor. You could put it under Bat in the Sun Studios and do it like that. But what are you going to do, Aaron? No, you're going to get someone else to do it. Hope that you're going to make your money, because yeah, people will go see this, but it's not going to be like someone's going to go watch the latest Marvel film or Sonic the Hedgehog where they go back, or Lion King when they go and watch the same film over and over and over again. They're going to go see it once. That is going to be it. Things are going to be on TikTok, and you're not going to be able to control it. You could do that very easily. And I'm guessing renting out a theater, cinema, whatever, would only cost you probably around about $200, maybe $100, whatever way you wanted to.
First, and then after he is made whole, I wonder what the percentages are for, you know, any profits. But let's get back to the audio.
Zero, dude. Zero.
Yeah, no. But he's, I never work, I never make money. Yeah.
Don't pay him. Don't pay Aaron a fucking cent, dude. No, Jason, no. No. You worked hard for that money, man.
I fuck off with it, you know. I buy comics. I got, you know.
There's always a place to put the money, man. You got kids, man. You got a 15-year-old fucking daughter.
What are you? You got fucking a kid, and you got hundreds of millions of fucking dollars in comic books.
And I put them in my fucking kid, man. Dude, don't put them in Aaron.
No, I need to stop.
No one can tell you better than I can tell you not to do it, dude.
Yeah, I know. I heard the stories, but I just, you know, didn't never get a chance to talk to you or Lionsgate. But I see it.
But here's the thing, you're fucking smart, dude. I know you see it. So
let me ask you a question.
When
When Johnny was asking me today about something, I could not answer. He says, why did you guys not just take consecutive 12 or 14 days and just shoot the series? Why was it sporadically over a year and a half?
It's fucking horrible. A lot of these projects get done really, really quickly. Like, look at, I mean, one thing with JDF is he knows how Power Rangers was done, and we've all heard it from multiple different ranges where they go, yeah, so basically we like film like 3 or 4 different like episodes in a day, or over the course of time. We're up at 6, we don't finish until late. We do this, we do that, we do this, we do that, and it's done. And yet, as the guy just said, Johnny says, like, why didn't you do it over like 12 to 14 days? That could have been done. Guaranteed that could have been done. Maybe a bit longer, depending. But the fact is that it's taken over a year. And the fact is, over this time, right, Aaron has not been doing beatdowns. He's not been doing fuck all in that time. I could understand if it's like, oh man, I can't really do this because we're filming X amount of beatdowns or whatnot, or we're filming other stuff. I feel like, as Ryu says, I think JDF realized that he fucked up with paying Aaron already. I guarantee that's true. I think that is true. I will agree with that 100%. And if he made it so he is the focal point, then the movie will suffer. A prawn actor can do much better. Yeah, Aaron's acting is really shit. Where is Eric Reed? Like, you have just saved your baby and you are fine. Tell me where Eric Reed is. Carl, where's Eric Reed? Where's Eric Reed? Carl. Anyway, I just don't know why Aaron took like a fucking like sporadically over a year to film this. Like, is it just so that he could be with someone? It's fucking fucked up.
Because Aaron, no, I would love to have done that. But Aaron's whole thing was, we have these locations these days. Aaron told us this. Give me an example, okay? The sequence between you and Mike, we had the fight in episode 2, Ninjak and Bloodshot, and we had the bowling factory, okay? I wanted reshoots. We didn't have enough coverage. This whole sequence, amazing sequence. 54 beat fight sequence. One coverage. No coverage. We didn't have coverage enough. Aaron said to me, man, they sold the factory.
Oh, that water factory?
Yeah. By the way, shut there last week. So I called the factory and I said, hey, I'll buy it. Sold it? I'll buy it. Which Aaron did not expect. They were like, we're not selling. What are you talking about? Oh, you're not selling? So we can shoot there in a week? Oh yeah, totally. We can shoot there in a week. Call Aaron. Hey man, great news. You can shoot there in a week. No, they're selling it. I called them back. I'll buy it. It's great, dude. I'm fucking CEO of a massive comic company. I got millions of my. So I'm like, great. I'll spend the money. They're like, no. We're good. We're not selling. You play this game, dude.
Aaron, again, is a fucking snake. Imagine that you go to this place and then you want to refilm it, and then your mate goes, sorry, yeah, they closed. They're not doing it. They sold out. They're gone. Like, Aaron is that sort of person. He is the sort of person to, like, not tell you where he's filmed. Like, oh man, where did you film? Not allowed to tell you that. Oh yeah, but that's perfect for my location. Not going to tell you that. That's mine. He is a gatekeeper. He is the snake gatekeeping these locations and stuff. The fact is that you would tell this guy to say, oh yeah, they've filmed, they've sold the place. And then you find out from the people, hey, yeah, are you selling your place? No, we're still here. We haven't sold. And then you go to Aaron and go, oh man, they didn't sell. And he's like, no, they sold. They sold. You're like, fuck off. Like, this is so fucking sneaky behavior to fucking try to gatekeep so much stuff so you can't go back and film shit. This is fucking snake behavior. Man, like, this pisses me off. Again, I want Aaron to address all the points in this video, because right now he's a fucking snake.
So with Lionsgate, when you did the Lionsgate show, shot there, right? At the factory. Yeah. So they called me. They said, hey, man, we shot with Jason and can't shoot anymore because they're going to sell the shit. They're going to sell the factory. Yeah, that's amazing. They told us that, but they didn't have versus. Don't believe it. They went back. You got more footage there. Yeah. So Aaron plays his game, so he's like, no, they're gonna sell the thing.
But here's the interesting about Aaron
Lies,
is
dude.
the budget.
Fucking
The budget gets higher and higher. Do you know why? Because he's running out of favors.
Imagine. I mean, he's using up all his favors. Why? I thought, like, if you've budgeted all this place, Aaron, I thought that it would be easy. Oh, it's getting higher and higher. It's getting higher and higher. Oh, yeah, it's going to cost more because the person I asked, the favor's gone. Like, generally, if this is a fucking business, you're doing this professionally for a film shoot and you're producing something, why is the budget going up? You should agree with that person. Hey, we're going to come around on Tuesday at this time. Do we have it for for the entire day? Yeah, that's no problem. Cool, it's going to be X amount of money. And then all of a sudden, you're snaking. Like, oh no, it's going up in price. Like, what sort of businessman are you? Like, I guarantee, like, these people were going like, yeah, it's going to cost more, cost less. And Aaron's just fucking lying to absolutely fucking everyone. Like, I'm sorry, Aaron, but you're going to have to explain on why all of a sudden you're using up all your favors in Hollywood. All the favors that you've gotten, like, they're completely gone. So why? Like, I thought you were a really good businessman. I thought you were a really good filmmaker, that you could get this done. No. I don't have any sound bites. Otherwise, I would do. But no, you don't, do you? Oh, I don't. Anyway, I need a sound bite. Oh, no. The best I can give you is Lumpy Space Princess. But no, like, seriously, when you've got no favors left, then, it shouldn't be on favors. It should be, hey, here is the money that I am spending on this location, and that's how much it's going to cost. I hope it's not being, it's cost me this much, but I'm going to pocket the rest and then put it on the sheet that it's going to cost more. I want Aaron to address all of this. I want him to fire up a stream. I want him to go on Henry's stream, on Deoxy's stream, or even this one where all of us could talk and go through this. I know, right, Ryu? I can do them. That sounded really weird. Like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Finn and Jake. There we go. Hire me for Adventure Time.
That's why. If you can shoot and say, well, I can shoot this for X amount, but nobody wants to work because he's running out of favors, and people don't want to work with him. That is the truth. That's
Aaron literally got on the phone with Josh and me and said, hey, Jason will do this, Derek will do this, I will do this. He gave us $25,000. And Josh said, I will find $25,000 out of my digital marketing budget, and he sent a check over. Do you see any of that?
No.
Do you think Derek saw any of that?
Fucking not getting money. Fucking, I am now curious on what is going to happen. How is Aaron going to say, hey, I didn't pay some of my people. I didn't give a portion of the funds to the star of it. His best buddy, the best person in the world to him, how he misses his dearest friend. What are you going to do, Aaron? What are you going to do? It's like, all of this is just fucking, it's so sad to hear how Aaron stabbed him in the back. Like, he fucking stabbed him in the back.
No, I already talked to Derek. I talked to Derek and I said, no.
Yeah, but it went right into fucking Aaron's phone, dude. He did it over and over again. My gas is $250,000. That's Aaron's pocket.
Yeah.
$250,000
bought me a nice house with a pool. And I've got that scene where I stabbed Eric Reed through the chest, and that's on my fucking wall.
Earmarked for you and Derek and Chantel and Nicola and fucking all them, Kevin, all them, dude. It's fucked up, man.
Well, now you got a $90 million movie, buddy. And I teaching me some things tonight, too.
Come watch it, man. Come watch it. Let me know what you think.
I love the trailer, dude. That's so good.
But you gotta come to the premiere.
Yeah, no, I want to. That's up to you, buddy.
Oh, it's gonna happen, dude. Have a good night. Don't be owned like that, Jason.
Oh, 86,400 seconds today.
Wait. One thing. Okay.
86,400.
One thing. If you can just get halfway out of Aaron.
Oh yeah. January, we need the whole new team shooting the film. Already done. Like I said. said called Click Boom Badass, and the first thing Aaron said was, "Hey, who's directing it?" And Zarya like, and Archie, "Well, can I do it?" We're like, "No."
I'm sure, like, just then it was Aaron finds out it's like, you know, JDF and all that is filming it different, and Aaron's like, "Oh, can I get in on that? Oh yeah, can I get in? Can I? God damn, can I get in on that?" And they've just gone no. Like, I could just imagine like Aaron just turning up to one place and like no one's there. And then he's just like, "Where is everyone?" He texts like JDF and he's like, "Where are you?" He's like, "Oh yeah, we just finished the film. We've just finished like 13 episodes." He's like, "How the fuck did you do that? I'm meant to be the director." He's like, "Nah, mate, you're not the fucking director anymore." Like fucking snaky behavior. From Aaron, that is.
One of the directors I use for my poems. He's great. And he's great DP. Talk about like DPs. His front Esteban, oh my God, is so good. Great. And they work great together. He has no ego. If I tell...
Oh, did we just hear JDF say that Aaron had an ego? I think we did. There we go. I know. I figured out YouTube. I figured out that he pressed the button to go back.
He's great. And he's great DP. Talk about like DPs. His front Esteban, oh my God, is so good. Great. And they work great together. He has no ego. If I tell him, he's like, no. He has no ego. And
Oh, hang on. So I need to know about this technology. Let's go back 10 seconds.
DP. Talk about like DPs. His front Esteban, oh my God, is so good. Great. And they work great together. He has no ego. If I tell him, he's like, no. He has no ego. And he's got some great short films that are great.
Boom. Okay, so you've heard it multiple times from JDF's mouth, or his voice at least, that Aaron has that ego. Oh, we all know he's got that ego. Fucking hell. Okay, right. Let's put it like this way, right? When you're working on a project and you go to the director, "Oh, I think this should be it, that should be it," then your director goes, "Okay, yeah, cool." Like you at that point, and I've learned this from when doing like film shoots. Like I did a film shoot with a band, and this one guy turned around and was like, "Oh, we need to film this entire thing dead low, all right, dead dark, and then we can brighten up and we can do that." And I said, "No, we don't. We need more light so we can get it perfect, and then we can color correct it later." The guy was like, No. So rather than me going, "No, I am the person shooting this. I am doing it. We're doing it my way," I listened to the guy and we did it his way, and it turned out fucking shit. Honestly, it was one of the worst things that I had absolutely shot, and the band fucked me over. Well, one guy in the band fucked me over. So I get that you have to, I get listening is absolutely fine, but you don't have an ego when it comes to it. You take on the criticism, you take on board what is going to be said, and you work around it that way. But knowing that Aaron's got an ego, and you know he's got an ego, you know that you see it when it's just like, "Oh, Aaron, I think that you need to, when you do the Joker smile, you need to just like drop the left part of your lip. No, it's my way. So I do it my way." Okay, all right, fuck it. I'm the smackdown, beatdown emperor of the filming YouTube space. No, we do it my way. And yet Aaron will be like, "Oh shit, we don't do this sort of thing." Just it makes me kind of go, what the actual fuck? And even Ryu says, "Aaron and ego, wow, it's not like we didn't learn that after he went after Deoxy and Henry." Yeah. Why don't you respond to me? Fuck it, I'm gonna get my lawyers on you for what? Not responding, for putting out a video that was completely accurate and going off what you said. "Oh, I didn't say that. When I said that JDF didn't get credit, what I meant was that I didn't get I didn't get credit. I mean, he didn't get credit, but it was on there, Aaron. It wasn't the proper credit." The whole thing fucking pissed me off.
Let's just that. What? How many?
Oh, right now? Yeah.
How many Aaron have?
Yeah. No, I with this social media, I taught her to. Since I came on board, he did. When he came to me, he had 300,000. When I did the Green Ranger beatdown, White Ranger beatdown, and promoting at Comic Cons. But
JDF built Aaron's career by boosting it up for this sort of thing. And yet again, we've heard multiple times that Aaron doesn't know how to fucking use social media. All we get at the moment is like, my friend JDF's not here. My friend JDF. Like, or guys, do you think a beatdown would be worth it? I can break all the money down to you. Remember, if this costs $200,000, then we're only putting $50,000 because I've got to pay for my expensive house. This all is fucking insane.
But not that much. It's not me for me out. So you will give a shit. Yeah, all right. So just do your thing, man.
Okay, the next
Kyle's a guy.
Where's your comic book right now?
Fucking showcase room, man.
Take us there.
Dude, here's what I'm looking at, boy. You boys fucking 3 chokeholds tonight, man. Come on.
Dinesh is gonna wake up in the bushes.
Come on.
He's gonna wake up. He's gonna wake up in the bushes.
Can I click in later?
No, you're careful. No, come on, real one.
Kicking the leg.
Oh shit, dude.
I'm gonna tap the feel it.
No, I feel it now.
For Jason to harken back on the budget 2 times really makes me think that Aaron did want half the budget to do.
I agree with Henry. I think that part of me then was like, why am I streaming? I'm streaming. Part of me does think that Aaron wanted like half the money. I feel like Aaron's ego, and where he can be like, well, I've got millions of subscribers. I've got thousands of views on beatdown videos. I think that Aaron thought he was entitled to that money, that he thought that he was entitled to a lot of stuff, and that wasn't right. I think that his massive ego made it hard for everyone to work with him. Now, pardon me, I've drunken a lot of liquid. If Aaron had his massive ego, then you think that he would want this to be the best. You think that he would turn up on time to shoot stuff, not like hours late. You think that more time and effort would be put into this, but I think his ego will not let this drop. I feel like he will constantly, and I mean constantly, keep going on and on about how this is almost going to be finished, how he's not found someone to distribute the actual film. And I think he is going to milk this until he goes, shit, the cow has nothing there. We've got no grass for it to feed, and there's no hay about, so we're fucked. Aaron's ego in all of this is, I think, yeah, he wanted that money. I think he wanted more money. Hell, $2 million. If you have a $4 million budget and you are taking $2 million, then I would want fucking gold. I would want that film out faster than anything. You film it on a Tuesday, I want it out by Friday if you're going to be paying fucking $2 million for that. This fucking pisses me off more than anything. And I hate to see that JDF's last big film shoot that he poured his heart and soul in is actually done. If Aaron doesn't deliver this, he is a fucking cockwomble. Angers me. It angers me.
Direct, but there's no way to prove that, right? I digress. Maybe someone will come forward. Who knows? Why is he being accused of stealing money? Which, like I said, it's completely unfounded, guys. Don't take that as a fact.
Yeah, again, stealing money. Allegedly on that one, in case Aaron's like, we need to talk about it. Allegedly.
Did he really get a $25,000 check from Josh or, whoever that person is? And whoever that is, how much is he making from Legend of the White Dragon? That is constantly on my mind, considering the huge rock he bought for his wife, as well as him announcing he's getting a house. It's like, bro, the YouTube money, it ain't there.
No, if people don't like, I'll go a little bit into this. So if you, it's the way that Henry's looking at me right now. So with obviously, if you're on YouTube and you're making money, then sometimes you can get a lot depending on what you do. Like, same thing as like with TikTok. Now, I personally don't make a lot. My body is definitely farting that one out. So I don't really make a lot, but I can see how much per day that a video is done. Now, from my understanding of the YouTube partnership program, if you don't put something out for I think 6 months or something, or up to like a certain amount of time, you are kicked out of the YouTube partnership program, and I think you have to apply later on, and thus therefore you have to jump through the hoops. Now, some videos will do like amazingly well, but only within, I think it's 48 hours. So if you take like a Mr. Beast video and that gets like say 40 billion views in like say 24 hours, that guy is making millions of dollars straight away, or thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. So the more videos that you put out, the more videos that you more money that you get. But it all depends on the views. Now, Aaron, from what I understand, hasn't released a lot of stuff, and so therefore like he's probably earning a little bit, and we heard earlier that maybe he's making like, you know, a small chunk of change. So at the end of the day, you know, at the end of the day, you're getting a small amount of money for it, and I don't think people are watching his beatdowns. Now, in your YouTube analytics and stuff like that, you can see what videos. So like my #1 video is the Dino Charge panel that was at Power Morphicon. The that brings in like £2. That's not much. You know, I'm appreciative of that money. I love the fact that people are enjoying that content. One of the videos that I did, which was one that it's the most viewed channel on the channel, which is the White Ranger, or the Power Rangers v Putties, and that has got over 4 million views. But I'm making like 10p from that one. So with money coming in and Aaron not making a lot, then if you're going for an expensive a wedding ring, and then you're buying an expensive house, the money has to come from somewhere. Now, I don't know if Aaron has got other jobs going on, that he is directing, he is an editor, whatever he does, I have no idea. Maybe he's just sending positive vibes out into the world, and that's giving him money from carrier pigeons. I have no idea. Now, allegedly, you know, he's taken money, or he's pocketed money. Allegedly. Got to say that just in case he says, well, you said. So he could be doing whatever, but we know that the money isn't coming from beatdowns. Sorry to say it like there. He may be making maybe a bit from it, but not enough to buy the expensive ring or buy the big house. You know, he's making money, but not a lot that, you know, a lot of people would say. So yeah, where's all the money gone?
So where is that at? You know what I'm saying? I know he said he wanted to be transparent about the budget for Beat.
Now, you can break it down. And I asked him this. I did. I was like, where is this going? And he went on this whole massive, like, breakdown. I don't know where it is in the ether. I don't know if I could find it and pull it up on stream. If I do a video on this, properly breaking it down, then I will, of course, like, put it in there. But yeah, like, I might put it on the community tab so you can see it. But yeah, probably not. I don't know. But either way, there was a breakdown, and I like, me and my friend spoke about it for like a couple of hours, saying like, this doesn't work out. This money doesn't work whatsoever when you come to figuring it out whatsoever. It's absolutely insane. So yeah, it's just crazy. He's not making money. It's just fucked up. And yeah, I don't know where the money's come from.
Downs, which 200K for a beatdown is astronomical.
Right. So yeah, when you're looking at this one, 200K for Batman 90s versus Shredder. So obviously you would probably have reached out to cosplayers that have this. You would have probably reached out to people that have suits or that will have it professionally done. So either you pay them X amount and they'll do it. You know, you're not going into multiple locations. You're probably going to do it in an alleyway, like the Green Ranger versus Ryu, you know, the Street Fighter thing. That's where you're going to do. So you're not doing multiple locations. So again, you know, you're renting cameras, and I guarantee you can probably, and this is one thing I don't understand why Aaron hasn't done it. Why hasn't he bought a red camera? Why hasn't he bought a camera with all that money? That would make more sense, because this is your thing that you are doing. Okay, Terminator versus RoboCop. Yeah, maybe a little bit more, but I don't think it's going to cost 400K. Predator versus Mandalorian. Again, 600K. Don't think it's going to cost that. Now, I don't know the way that he's kind of done this, and I'm going to read this basically based on the recent YouTube poll. You guys want us to launch our beatdowns for the whole season 5. Oh, sorry, whole season 5 episodes. Rather than launching it just for one episode, we would launch this after the total completion of White Dragon and premiere of the film. Listed below would be the goals, stretch goals, and battles. Vote, blah, 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 goals, budgets, battles. Each time we hit a goal, we unlock another beatdown. Now, this does kind of feel like you're holding like hostage with you're holding things back. Now, I know that people would do it with memberships or certain things. Yeah, but you're not going to be like, hey, like if we don't reach 999k, like Cloud has just beaten the Emerald weapon with his weapon and you're getting that much damage. I don't think Wolverine Deadpool versus Scorpion with Sub-Zero, I don't think it's going to cost that much money to do. And considering how Aaron really hasn't changed his tactics when it comes to filming or even with graphics, then majority of this is he's already got half the assets himself. So the way that I would see it, Batman versus Shredder, the 90s, alleyway. Terminator versus RoboCop, I don't know, an alleyway or an area around there. Predator versus Mandalorian, probably a forest, maybe. Go down, that's a free location right there. Maybe get a filming permit, or maybe you do it in the desert. There is a place there. John Wick versus Punisher, probably an old abandoned warehouse. Wolverine, Deadpool versus Scorpion, Sub-Zero. Again, you could probably drive out to the location where they actually filmed Deadpool versus Wolverine. You could probably do that. Now, majority of all of this would be either free locations or it wouldn't cost that much to do in my eyes. I don't think it would be. So having all of this money and you're getting the same quality that you would do maybe 5 years ago, something like that, whenever he decided to do it, it's a very interesting thing. And considering how I'm guessing earlier, he said that he doesn't really, JDF said he doesn't see a penny of that for the acting. So where's the money going? Yeah, I want to see a complete breakdown and I want to see it properly done. Not like, well, we're going to go here and then we're going to go there and then we're going to go here instead. That's how we're going to do it. No. Now that reminds me of the song Adventure Time. Come on, grab your friends.
Cool. I wonder what was the budget like for previous ones compared to the current budget. But furthermore, what percentages should the film?
Oh yeah, and he said, as I run out of juice, yeah, he said like, oh, he needs to rent a comic book shop. Fucking buy a building. Hell, do it in your own house. Have a big room set to a comic book store. Boom, there you go. You don't have to pay for fucking locations all the time.
Turn profitable. Who gets what? In the end, Jason still stayed in the Aaron camp despite being warned about all the red flags. Then again, consider the source being Dinesh, who was pushed out of his company with what seems to be an axe to grind with Aaron. And like I said, this audio is at this point 6 years old. Relationships could be mended, but who knows? Let me know what you guys think of this leaked audio and share it with a friend. Peace.
So there you go. And also, I like that stream. But yeah, so this is 6 years old audio. And the fact is that JDF stayed with Aaron, which showed loyalty with all the stuff that's been going on. And it kind of irritates me a lot because I want to see this project out there for JDF's fans. That is the main thing. The fans deserve to see it because JDF was all about the fans. Now, knowing that all of this stuff has happened, Aaron needs to come out and address all of this. And not just like some, oh man, like, going to take some comments like, oh, you want me to do the Joker face? Where literally, fucking hell, get out of my face. God damn. God damn midgies. Fucking, I hate them. Okay. Like, every single time that he does a stream, someone goes, do the Joker face. And he's like, oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And then that's it. I want him to properly address this and not take this as some silly internet drama. Your former friend has, like, talked and spoken with his heart on this. He has opened our eyes to seeing a lot of stuff that's happening right now. And all I can see is the fact that JDF has been fucked over again. And I absolutely hate this. I absolutely hate the fact that no matter what this man has done, people have taken advantage of him. Companies have promised him stuff. Oh, we'll make yours thing after you do our thing. You scratch our back, we'll like literally just slam the door in your face. And the fact is that Aaron hasn't really, like, he's not really like, oh, I don't know. He's never really said anything about this, and obviously he probably doesn't know anything about it. Probably does now. But what I am trying to say in this is that, yeah, he needs to come out and talk about it. Not a lengthy post where people can like suck his dick for 20 minutes. I want a proper video. I want everything down. I want to see the breakdown for Legend of the White Dragon. I want to see where everything has gone. I want to see what has changed. I want to see, I want him to say what are the changes. This film obviously is going to come out, but I really, really, really want Aaron to fucking explain this. We need an explanation. This is what annoys me about Aaron. And Henry comes into the chat and sends $5. Thank you very much. And he says he will write this. Oh, what's it? He will write this off as me spreading negativity and blame me if the film fails, instead of taking accountability. Great coverage. Thank you very much, Henry. Thank you for the $5. I'm gonna call him out constantly. If he can't blame you, he can't blame you for this whatsoever, because if he tries to, then he looks bad. This is all his actions. This is what really annoys me about him, and he needs to address it. But he will hide. He'll go to other people and be like, "Man, you gotta tell my side of the story." That these people probably don't know. So please share Henry's video around. Share the whole thing, because this needs to be talked about. I am angry, and I don't show this sort of side of me. And after hearing this over and over again, I think this is now my third time I watched it on I watched Henry's video. I then watched Deoxy when he streamed it, and then obviously now we've gone through it again. I am just frustrated that JDF has been taken advantage of majority of his life, and now his former best friend, his person that he goes around sharing stuff like, like JDF shared like a message to my grandma on my birthday. Oh, look, we're eating burgers in an In-N-Out or wherever. Where is the accountability? Where is the money being spent? And this is one thing that I think Aaron doesn't understand. Yes, the internet is a wonderful place. It can give you amazing things. But when you hear stuff like that, people will start digging into your not into your private life, but they will start looking at what has happened in the past, and they will all come out. They will all say about it. And you can't be like, oh, this is negativity, when these are your own actions. The fact is that you want to spend so much money on these beatdowns that you want to fund your private life, allegedly. I was going to say that. But yeah, break it all down. Let's see it. Let's see you hand over those checks to those locations. I want you to go buy your own equipment so you're not renting it. I want you to do a lot of stuff, Aaron. I want you to do a lot of things to set the things right. But right now, hearing it from JDF's own, like hearing it from his own words, his own mouth, his own thoughts. And as I said at the very beginning of this wasn't a thing where he was just like, "Oh man, I'm on a like on high alert." This was done outside, wherever it was. Like effectively, I know they don't smoke, but it's like a smoker's conversation where, hey, I'm just giving you some warning. We're just having a friendly chat. And that's literally what's happened. And you could hear it in JDF's voice. Oh, I'm so disappointed that he was listening to this guy and he was talking about it. Yeah, I'm just angry. I really am. It's burning white rage inside of me. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Henry is streaming later. So I am going to be watching that. If I'm up, I'll hopefully like talk about it. But yeah, I might try and make a smaller video about this and talk about it, because I know I've probably gone over the same points. Let me acknowledge some things in chat though, because I didn't read chat. I was just obviously kind of going over it. So thank you for the 18 consistent viewers. I'm hoping it's been 18 because obviously it hasn't changed. So thank you to everyone. If you've been more, thank you very much. Okay, so where are we? So Wolverine169 Logan says, I've always disliked Aaron. Castle says, hey, remember when I saw that one? Okay. Henry will explain all this later in person, which he did. Voice calls talking about Aaron and maybe a jab at someone else. Cough. ASJ. Cough. Sorry, I had something in my throat before I said ASJ. Don't worry, Castle. You can say anything you want within reason about Austin St. John. I have seen this video on launch day. Two of them, what I've heard from the grapevine, were people that were attached to the project but left. Yeah, can you imagine, like, Johnny and Bosch? He disappeared and someone else. They're like, yeah, see you later. And Aaron's like, no, we can't use it. Imagine Marvel. Okay, I read that one. I hope. So Ryu says, I hope Deoxy kicks Aaron's back in. Yeah, I always think that everyone has like a nemesis on like YouTube, and all of a sudden, like, Deoxy has Aaron, and that is it. Like, that is fantastic. It's like that is his nemesis. So yeah, I absolutely hope Deoxy kicks Aaron's back in. Aaron's lawyer will be getting ready to sue everyone. Yeah. Good luck, international lawsuits. Who put the bleeps into a private audio never meant to see the light of day. If Aaron comes after me, he can meet all of Nux's Jewish lawyer cousins. LOL. Aaron, action-packed. Maybe Henry. He says he removed some of the audio that was irrelevant to the topic. He could have added the bleeps too. Oh my God, Bat in the Sun posts on Facebook hilarious right now. Why would he add bleeps in to the stream otherwise full of cursing words? Just JDF cursing him out. Fuck Aaron. Yeah, but on live streams they can crash the stream. The Arkham Asylum remake flop without Kevin Conroy. 100% heirloom. Say it louder for Aaron in the back. Ryu says, but heirloom, if he does, then he can't afford his wife's ring and her stuff of OF and New House Man. Lol. Sakura says Tokusatsu was alive because it's cheap and still golden. Ryu says, well, in USA, depending on location, you might need a filming permit. I'm just reading everything. Let's kind of have a look. I think Aaron was a contributor on the Green Ranger series, and when it was translated to Legend of the White Dragon, it moved into that. It was almost like cheaper to keep him. No Aaron, no series. Like, going back to that one, Angel, I generally would have just been like, do you know what, let's just fucking get rid of this. Let's just start again. Like, you know, fucking pull the plug on that one, redo this, get it sorted. That's what I would have done. No, they don't want to keep it in string JDF along. In 7 mins, we get 3 fights, no explosion, or fights. That tells you everything. I've got a contact at Lionsgate. I'm already on it to see what I hear. I cannot wait for that. I do want to know exactly what the reason why Johnny left. Johnny left because Aaron 100% is like, I'm done, boys, I'm done. Aaron is so cooked. I heard from some actors that he is not a good director, and many are not returning because they got hurt. Man, like, Aaron was a shit director, so he's just like, oh, like, we're not returning to it. Like, oh man, I hurt my arm, it's broken. Oh, can you still fight? Yeah, but I have to fight with my arms. You gotta fight. Okay. We all knew that this was the case while through. You didn't mention someone as much as Aaron mentioned JDF using their name to get ahead. Okay, I think that's the majority of it. I kind of kept up. Say his name. Jason Lawrence Geiger. Austin St. John is not his legal name. I've been here the whole stream long. Thank you very much for being here. Is it Paisano 777? Thank you for being here for the entire stream. So yeah, I am gonna leave it there. Yeah, I am really angry about this. My kind of closing thoughts on this is I generally think Aaron needs to talk about it, and I generally think that this needs to be addressed properly. Either Aaron, I say, go on people's streams and talk about this, but I generally want to know what's been going on. But yeah, so yeah, I am going to leave it there. I want to say a big thank you to everyone who has been in the stream since I started streaming on this one. Thank you very much, Castle. And again, thank you very much, Henry, for the donations. It is absolutely fantastic. So thank you very much. And thank you to Ryu being here. Thank you to Jonathan. Thank you to Angel. Thank you to Hoitran. And yeah, and Sakura. White Goku, there we go. Thank you for being here. And yeah, thank you very much, Dan. I am going to leave it there. Thank you very much. I'm going to play the intro music and then just be like, end stream. So thank you very much, guys. And yeah, I will. Where is it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, thank you very much. The music may be loud, but yeah. Thank you again, guys. And I will catch you in the next video or stream. Is there no ending stream?
Songs we play together feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. We're driving downtown, full pushed on the pedal. Move to songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. Downtown, full pushed on the pedal. Move to songs we play together. Feel like we're on holiday. I got a feeling it's a good day. Let's go back to the days, down memory lane. Back to the times when our life was a breeze. Feel the freedom again, my mind was at ease.